We are live. Boy, y'all look snug to the motherfucker, that joke. Y'all look snug. Snuggalophagus.
It don't matter what your volume setting is. Just put that shit on. It's always.
Oh yeah, I'm walking. On the way to sing.
This guy.
I can walk. Let me see. I'm tired. Took a lot out of me.
He ain't tired. His ass been on that leg since I was.
Let's see what's going on here with that kickbackers. We look snug. We look snug as motherfucker in this young. I would ask everybody go ahead and share this to all your Facebook groups, your Black Planet pages, your Christian Mingle accounts. Sandy Springs done what he put. I'm just gonna do it too. I don't know if that's you, but if you add me to your groups, I'm going to promote my podcast in your groups.
Absolutely.
Let's just be clear.
Yeah.
And not go add me to Lit Landlords of Israel. I will post my group in that show.
Lit Landlords of Israel.
I'm just saying, I will post my shit.
What the hell?
Don't try me. I will post it.
With that.
I do it. I'm in a group called Allah, I Am God's Power. Yep, you can watch us too. My Awesome Life, you need to see this shit. Simple Choice Destinations and Trips, you should watch. The Game of Thrones debate group, y'all should be interested because I'm kind of dragging. I'm now dragging.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
I
tried watching the first episode and
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
watched it.
I watched the first episode 8 times, so I couldn't get through it. But once I got to episode 2, the show took off for me. I promise you. Because the whole idea of being on, like, watching some shit like that just wasn't appealing to me. I don't want to see no fucking medieval shit. But then once I realized it was like medieval shit was like hood shit in the medieval. It was like what, Nino Brown would have done in those times. And I was like, oh, this is some gangster shit. This is power. It's like Ghost if it was 1,000 years ago. I'm with the shit. I'm with it. I'm told that shit is more ruthless than power. Yeah, it is. It was more gangster than power because it was a different time period. It was hood shit, but way back then with white people. I'm gonna say you something that don't work. I know.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just saying. Some people like cucumbers pickled.
What? A pickle is a fucking cucumber.
What are you talking about? What the hell is you talking about
today?
It's hell.
I'm on my shit. I promise
What
y'all.
are y'all talking about over
I was gonna get in y'all motherfucking minutes today. Let's go ahead and start this goddamn podcast.
Get it.
Podcast is started. We here. Joey, how you feeling down there?
I'm cool. What's up?
Alright, JB, how you feeling?
I'm great, my man. Doing good. Let's get it cracking.
Mick, how you feeling?
I'm doing just lovely.
New, how you feeling? My ankle feels so much better.
You
You
could
can lift
have
me, I
waited.
can walk.
You could have waited for one of us to ask me, nigga.
I didn't know y'all was gonna ask me. Y'all rude. You're not really cultured. You're not cultured, so I didn't know if you were gonna be.
Excuse me.
Wow.
What the hell is
I
that
think
supposed to
this
be?
is the
What?
safe side of the
I
couch.
think you'll find that out very, very quickly. You'll find that out very quickly. Now that there's a balance here, you'll
Off of
see
me
that this is
before
the
you
more
learn how to
sort
walk
of
on your other
low
foot.
key
You're the
kinda-
home side.
Yeah, like chill.
Why you so violent?
I'm not violent.
Why can't you just?
Why you just couldn't pause and waited for one of us to ask
Okay, I'm
you?
aware.
No, it's done.
I'm listening.
No.
I'm gonna pause.
No.
It's not really way to
No.
separate them.
It doesn't work.
No, it ain't really that way to shit. It's
Why you giving me the mother look?
here.
She gave me the look like.
No.
We till I get you home.
Hey, so we gonna start the show? Or?
I mean, I was trying to stop, but meat was all on her.
Okay.
I was on my no. Don't try to put it on me.
Whoa!
Don't you try to put it on me. You being you today. Don't start off being you today.
Who should I be?
This is like the
Who
first
should I be?
Seduction.
Who should I be?
You could have waited. You could have gave us a chance. Being the self-centered person that you are.
Me?
Yes, you always think somebody is not, you know what I'm saying, acknowledging your peanut head ass. And you know what I'm saying? You don't
I'm allergic to peanuts.
Well, you look like you're allergic to peanuts.
Hello.
Old school.
Welcome to Kickback TV, live from Atlanta, also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm New the Mayor, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I match it. Every Monday on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. We right back at it, y'all, man. Fantastic. You hear me?
And I am Meek, better known as Motherfucking Meek.
Oh! Motherfucking me. I ain't know you was going to do that.
And that's it. Go ahead, baby.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's JB Frank. I'm that gangster geek. Once again, as always, representing the NWA, Nerds with Attitude. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Hey.
We got a special guest on the end.
Hey y'all, it's Tori Grace checking in, finally.
Finally.
After knowing the team for how many years now?
Shit.
I finally made it, y'all. Finally made it.
One of the first cool people I met in Atlanta. We was talking about one of the nights we hung out, and nobody remembers it but me, but it's cool. All right.
I remember parts of it. I remember the whole party standing in the parking lot smoking clothes. I remember.
Remember that part?
I'm telling you, it had to be the night that it was all the martinis for it was like free martinis for like 2 hours. I promise you that's what it was.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Well, Tori, I'm glad you're here with us today. We got a lot of shit to talk about, and we're gonna go in. Like this is going to be the craziest show I think that we've ever done. Just by virtue of watching JB.
Yeah, sorry, my daughter just called me. I'm sorry, I have to respond.
Yeah. Kids come first.
Absolutely, that's just what it is. But yeah, let's get it cracking. So topic show, as soon as she lets me know that she's safe and she's good, I'll be re-engaged. But
alright, so I'll do a quick overview.
yes.
We'll talk about, because I want to make sure that everybody listening on the podcast hears all of this. And just so you guys know how we do the show, we record it on Facebook Live, we upload it to YouTube, the video portion, and then we also record it and disseminate it through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a few other podcast sites. And that's how we've been able to, generate thousands of views and streams. Thank y'all for tuning in. What? Well, don't be breathing while I'm talking.
What the fuck?
What the hell? What was that?
What did the five fingers say to the face?
Oh, Lord. Wait a minute. That's assault. Where's my lawyer?
Okay.
Where's my lawyer?
Okay.
Come on.
So, all right. So we got a lot to talk about today.
Okay.
There's a shit ton of topics. Let me make sure I can see what this time it is. So, all right, y'all. We going in. No mercy. Johnny sweep the leg. We coming for your motherfucking throat. We necktied in this bitch. I'm coming to everybody because y'all gave me nothing but blues in my mentions on social media last week. And I don't know why you gave me the blues.
You gotta be talking about R. Kelly.
They sent me something to my phone and they said a hog tied. I don't know how to hog tie nobody. I'm a hog tie.
People.
So that's what we gonna start with.
That's what Gail wanted to do was fall out laughing like this. Because if someone had said something to me like that, I'd be like,
And he looked so sincere, like, I don't know how to hog tie nobody. That's the only thing I believe I can do. You do? Time out.
wait a minute. Why did it have to know how to hog tie somebody? Why did it have to be that definition? Why didn't he just say, I don't know that particular one, but I was tying folks up? We already seen the video.
Yeah, it kind of is.
He still don't want to incriminate himself, so why would he even agree to any of this?
Because that interview was incriminating.
But that still will put the icing on the cake, meaning that he has done it. So he was pretty.
That man acting. He deserves an Oscar. He should get an Oscar.
He low budget.
He said, "Why was it okay for me to see their children when I was giving them money, but when I wasn't, it wasn't okay anymore?"
Right. What kind of parent sells their kids? I'm like, R. Kelly, you are snitching on yourself.
Shut up.
You big dummy. Like Ron always said, Lamont.
Olivia Pope is make-believe. That's all you got.
He has no Olivia Pope. He had Oscar Pope, the little black dude with the dreads. Was like, calm down, hold up. I don't know what that was about. If you don't know what we're talking about the R. Kelly interview, the L with Gayle King, last week. It came out in pieces on the morning news, pieces on the internet, and they aired the full video Friday night on CBS. And we made light of a couple of funny parts that we saw, but I want to dive into this right now. The video did not make me feel. Let's take it piece by piece because we have a lot to unpack. So piece by piece, my first question to you guys is: did the interview make you believe that R. Kelly was innocent? That's my first question.
No.
Absolutely not.
So the interview didn't help at all?
Absolutely not.
I didn't even watch the whole interview. I couldn't even. I got to probably like the part where he first exploded. I couldn't take it no more. It was kind of.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm fighting for my ankle.
Way too much, just doing too much. I mean, they said a lot of people who analyzed the video said that he looked and acted like somebody who is actually like a manipulator, somebody who typically abuses people, because the moment those people do when they're confronted with their culpability, they start screaming and acting an ass, because how do you that cuts off all discussion. It shuts off all dialogue. Now I'm trying to express my will and everybody else, when really we were all just laughing. It was uproariously funny. I highly recommend, again, let me say this again, world, I highly recommend you're watching the video.
Yeah, if you're in our Kickback TV show, Facebook group, Kickback TV Live from Atlanta, we posted a bunch of videos and shit.
Oh my God.
I hope you posted the remix though.
What was it? I'm an old man to date young women. I'm an old man to date young. Y'all remember the dance? Y'all didn't see the dance? I'm an old man to date young women. Y'all supposed to do the dance with me.
I didn't see it. I can't participate.
Okay. We gotta work on our choreography. We'll think on that later.
Go ahead, Bobby.
We in 1991.
Right.
No, they did it. No, R. Kelly and Gayle did it. Like, they literally, old man and date young women. They really did that shit.
Okay.
Like, it was really cool.
But I didn't know we had to get jiggy with it too.
Oh, we get jiggy with this shit on this show. We get jiggy with it. Don't turn to Michael Blackson. I can't get jiggy with this shit. But moving back, rewind a little bit. In watching, the parts that you saw, what were your thoughts?
Like I said, I gave it a chance to a certain degree. You know, it was like sometimes, want to hear him talk or whatever, but I don't know. It was certain things he was saying. It was like the part she mentioned about when I was giving him money, it was cool. When I stopped, it wasn't cool no more. It was just like, I was really pretty much done at that point. It just sad all the way around, and that just proves that the parents are more to blame just to him, because they selling their kids to that man, like I said before. And it's sad all the way around. I really believe that even if he was to have went to another person and got interviewed, or Brian Gumble or some shit like that, it still would have been the same way if he wasn't Gayle, if it was pretty much the same questions. So, I mean, overall, he just, everybody know he got problems, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm honestly really just tired of giving him this much energy, for real.
Okay, is there any other thoughts before I go in? Because I'm about to go in.
Well, you can clearly, to me, tell, because I watched another part this morning that Gayle had, they released, where the two girls were getting the interview.
Mm-hmm.
She said the whole time she's interviewing, you could hear him coughing in the background, and he wasn't even supposed to be in the building. So there's your signs of a control freak right there. Like, I'm gonna cough, so you know if you cut up when we get home, you don't have to deal with whatever. So that to me is showing like there's no way. Like, why would you have a rapist in the room with the victim? Why?
And he wasn't supposed to be there.
Correct.
But he snuck back in some kind of way.
He did R. Kelly what he normally does.
Yeah.
Here's $20. I'm R. Kelly. Let me in, and somebody need to be fired.
Yeah, and the girls were very curt, very short with Gail. The youngest one, I don't recall her name. The youngest one, who was the darker skinned one, very pretty young lady. But she was, when I talk about our sex life, do you talk about yours? I thought she was about to call Gail off for sleeping with Oprah. I really thought that's what she was gonna say. Like, do you talk about your sex life? You fucking Oprah? I was like, oh shit! But she never said it. I wouldn't say that shit about her. But she said everything else. But she was very, like, I'm not talking about this, I'm not talking about that.
She acted like a child.
She did.
She interviewed like a child would with their parents.
But she was 21. That is a child.
For them to be together for 4 years, you do bad.
That's a lot. To me, honestly, they looked very well coached. It looked to me like, again, a one-sided interview. And when you see one-sided interviews like that, people try and do a really, really good job of making it look extemporaneous, making it, oh my God, you made me so upset. But the way you can tell is if a relatively sort of innocuously standard question, like, did you brush your teeth today? I don't know why we're talking about me.
We're talking about me brushing my teeth. We're talking about you brushing your teeth.
Yeah, exactly. When somebody immediately starts to get confrontational on a question that's par for the course, you've been coached to react that way. That's what you're about to do.
They both reacted the same exact way.
Exactly.
The same exact way.
That's another
She's screaming, he was screaming. She throwing her hands up, and then sitting there.
She cried, he cried.
Like, and what you crying for? Like, you burst into tears for what?
Well,
That's supposed to draw sympathy?
Yeah, she said her parents were trying to blackmail R. Kelly and use him for money, and they said that, you don't give us money, we're going to ruin your career. Couple comments. Jay said he equates him to those who raped our women during slavery, therefore he has no sympathy. Karina says Azriel, one of the young ladies, was straight rude. And it's all psychological. I would agree. It looks like I guess that was Azriel, the dark-skinned chick. She was like an R. Kelly clone. Like, that's his favorite. From what I can see, she's the one that's going to carry the torch. Like, I got you. Right. And the other one was more laid back, more chill. Had a little more, I won't say wisdom with it, but a little more couth, a little more. I'm gonna sit back. That was my take on that. Breaking news: R. Kelly had been arrested again since the documentary. He was freed because someone paid his $161,000 bail for child support, and a new video was released. Was said to have been received today of R. Kelly having sex with underage women. Today, literally today, Sunday. And for those listening on Monday, yesterday, today, Sunday, tomorrow.
What?
I don't know. Just go with it.
I was willing to nod and let it go until I heard Sunday tomorrow. I was like, okay, you lost me. Okay,
just go with it. Just go with it, man. Just go with it.
Oh shit.
So
I don't know how we.
So there's new footage, and Tori, you were telling me that the lawyer that
Gloria Allred. So to me, that name means you're screwed.
Tell the viewers who that is.
Gloria Allred is the attorney. She is the one that you get in trouble, she's coming after you. She's the one that went after Cosby. She's the one that goes after all the big names. If you've got Gloria Allred going against you, you might as well figure out some kind of plea deal. Because whatever she has, you're going to prison. So, Google her. She is...
So that's trouble.
She's that bitch.
That's trouble.
I will.
And Karina said, were you guys able to see the video video of Joycelyn speaking to her sisters. Yes, I did. And they were like, we love you, Joycelyn. And she was just very straight to the point. I'm good. I told you I was good. Now chill out and leave me alone. And the sisters, that's what she said to her mother. And the sister was like, we love you, Joycelyn. We love you. We love you. And I'm going to keep it honest. That's a little heartbreaking. Because these were her little sisters, 10, 12, 13. I don't know the exact ages, but they were children. I mean, Joycelyn is damn near a child. And they were like, we love you. And that's all they wanted to do was just get that one thing in. Just, I love you. We miss you. And she was like, I got to go, y'all. Bye. And I was like, shit.
That doesn't seem like a happy person. Like, who just cuts their whole entire family off like that? We are in the black community. Black mamas and daddies have been doing stuff to their kids for years, and you don't just see a child saying, okay, you know what, screw you mama, screw you daddy, I'm done. It doesn't happen like that. So for them, especially her baby sisters, who cuts their sisters off like that?
We're talking years of estrangement here for her too. Yes. She's been gone, what now, at least 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, somewhere in that frame.
Yeah, so these are, this is a very, very scary, very, very sad thing, y'all. And then don't paint it any other way. Don't try and explain it any other way. Don't try and condone it. Don't try and justify it, because this is all bad. It started out bad with the videos that we saw 20-something years ago. It started out then, and it has been bad since then. So if you are defending this individual in any way, shape, or form, understand that you are on the wrong side of the argument. And this isn't a black-white thing. This isn't a yellow-purple thing. This isn't an R&B hip-hop thing. This is a right and wrong thing. Right. And ask yourself, which side of the argument do you want to be on?
Yeah, and that's kind of that's not. Yeah, that's out of you. That's out of you. Because I've been debating this on Facebook all goddamn week, and I want to have a good conversation, because I had a motherfucker tell me that I don't love black people, I love white people, because I'm going on R. Kelly more than I go on Harvey Weinstein. And I'm like, first, fuck Harvey. Shout out to Dame Dash for smacking the shit out of him when he was disrespecting women, and he needs to go to jail. His trial's been postponed to June. We're gonna fry his fucking ass in June. Now, rewind. This is a Malcolm X quote. I'm not pro-black. I'm not anti-white. I'm pro-righteousness. I'm anti-devilishment. If R. Kelly is raping and abusing black children, whose side should I be on?
Right.
R. Kelly or the young black girl side? You tell me. I was always told you look after women and children and fools. And some of y'all are fools for your fucking thoughts, which is why I'm not going to go too hard on you. But I'm going to go in. I don't want to hear shit about I am furthering the plot against black men because I speak out against R. Kelly or Michael Jackson or Bill Cosby. Because I do speak out against Harvey Weinstein, Elvis Presley, Woody Allen. I speak out against Donald Trump. I speak out against any injustice.
You speak out of him on incest, boy, I tell you.
Right.
Yeah, he exactly motherfucker's daughter.
I don't see anybody fussing about him grabbing on his daughter's butt.
Kissing her in the mouth, like, sensually. And that's actually...
He said that he would fuck his daughter if she wasn't his daughter.
He probably already had. Like, no bullshit.
That
like,
is so gross.
It's bad.
That's the way, but the way if you watch the videos
so
and how
nasty.
he deals with her, if my daddy had ever put his hands on me, the way Trump puts his hands on his daughter, when I tell you me and my daddy would have been fighting.
My daddy won't let me sit on his lap when I was a little girl. Like, so I used to think something was wrong with it, but now I understand now that I'm grown. Like, my dad, he loved me to death, but he would never let me sit on his lap. Like, literally sit on his lap. So it's just like, these folks out here crazy as hell. I don't trust none of y'all niggas with my kids.
Right, because y'all with this shit. They defended it. They defended it. And this is the crazy part. R. Kelly ain't did no scholarships. R. Kelly ain't fighting for legislation for black people. R. Kelly ain't standing up for Black Lives Matter. So it's just because his music sounds good. That's it. He ain't doing nothing.
Music at that.
So it's just like you put the music over people, and people say, "Well, you dogging out the black man. Come on, stop talking about R. Kelly. You dogging a black man." I'm not dogging a black man. I don't claim R. Kelly.
You're dogging a pedophile. That's what
right. And I don't consider. I mean, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I don't consider that nigga black. He started raping kids and shit. He ain't black no more. Like fuck that nigga. You ain't part of my tribe, and I don't have an imaginary tribe that exists with anybody that has melanin. My tribe is black people that's doing shit that's positive for the community, trying to make a difference, or contributing to the entertainment value of the world without harming others. So I don't give a fuck about R. Kelly. You not part of my tribe, dog. I'm not black with everybody. I'm black with a certain group of motherfuckers. I know how my tribe is. And my tribe ain't for that bullshit. We not hurting our little girls. And that's what R. Kelly's doing. That's why I'm speaking out against him. We'll get into Michael Jackson later, but that's why I speak out against him. I don't know for a fact that he fucked those boys. I know he had inappropriate relations with those boys. And that's enough for me. And he was bleaching his skin. Oh, weirdo.
We gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay, we get to that in a minute. But
and another thing.
Because they pissed me off with this shit.
Ran it out.
Kelly. Go ahead.
The only thing that makes me mad about anything that has to do with statutory rape or, pedophilia is that I hate the fact that they always try to say the victim enabled the sexual advance. And 9 times out of 10, that can be true. But like I said, you're grown enough to understand right and wrong, and you know that as a child and you chose to act upon it, even though that child was willing. They can't think. They don't know how it works. They don't know how life works yet. They don't even understand life. You don't understand life until the day you got your mama and your daddy house and you gotta pay your own bills. You gotta get up and go to work. You gotta take care of yourself, your kids. So it's just to the point right now, every child wants to be grown and, niggas be treating these kids like they grown, but at the same time, that's not right, and that don't make it excusable. If my child was going over here making advances at this man, and I find that out, I'll be thankful that he comes to me and tell me what my child is doing. But you gotta understand, even if your child is going out in these streets and messing with these grown ass men, and they enabling it, they are accepting it, they are taking that advantage, that is still the same thing. It is no way to defend that, whether they pressed upon them or not. You should not look at any child sexually whatsoever.
There it is.
And
there it is.
Lord,
Thank you for saying
I cannot deal. I have children myself, and if I hear a woman say, "Your son is sexy," you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. Oh. Why is my child sexy? They're a child. Oh, he gonna have a lot of girlfriends. Why are you looking at my child like that? I mean,
I can recall some people that have very handsome children. I'm not gonna say your little boy is sexy as hell. Yeah, he might have a little heartbreak. You know a handsome, well-kept child when you see one, But and there's nothing wrong with it.
I will say this.
It's totally different than saying your son is sexy.
I ride with Tori because I personally stand up against women sexualizing children. Yeah. And I know this is part of like my hate for black feminists and shit. But women be like, oh, that's my little boyfriend. No, bitch, that's not your boyfriend. That's a 5-year-old. Yeah. Or that's your son. Or that's your friend's son. Or that's the boy on TV. He ain't your little boyfriend. Stop sexualizing black boys because we've gone through that. And the plight. I'm not gonna make this about black men and all we go through. I'm just gonna make
elbow.
Just
tight space.
Very quickly. Now I can't hit you. Very quickly, I don't like the fact that women. Cut her mic off, JD. Cut her mic off. Cut her mic off. Cut her mic off.
Why she said it was an easy thing?
God damn.
She joking.
Whenever I'm trying to get my profile,
she said,
motherfucking me.
Okay.
I'm against the sexualization of black boys because a lot of black women do that. I'm gonna say a lot. I'll say there are black women in our community that do that. They sexualize almost. Are you my little boyfriend? Oh, look at you, so cute. You my little boyfriend? Nah, bitch, ain't your little boyfriend. That's a child, and that is steps to pedophilia.
So we pedophile.
Yeah, that's a pedophile.
It's a pedophile. If a woman says that about my child, she is a pedophile. I told my children's dad that if your little female friends say that our child is sexy, she's a pedophile. Period. Don't try to argue me down. Don't try to tell me she was just saying, she just joking, he's a Nope. pedophile. Keep
Y'all
my
people
child
won't
away.
like it if some man.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
If it was a little
Yeah.
girl, and he walked
Yeah,
up to you
nigga,
like, hey, boy, you got
burning them up now, boy.
Right.
it's gonna be a whole heap of guns slinging, knives coming out. Fuck
And you
you,
gotta
why
watch
talking
some beautiful.
about
You gotta
my-
watch some beautiful tones with them little girls too. Or your daughter's so beautiful.
Yeah,
you gotta
what
watch
you, wait,
that
what
too
you
now.
mean beautiful?
Yeah,
Right,
you gotta
right.
check it. Yeah, you gotta look at that too.
Don't sexualize our children. Period.
there it is.
But I also want to, I guess as we begin to shift gears, the R. Kelly interview is available on CBS or YouTube. You can watch it. I believe he did. Well, we know things that he did. The girls that are with him now, they're grown now. If they say they want to be with him, then that's their prerogative. I think they've been a little manipulated. I think they've been brainwashed, but they're of age. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about them to a degree, but they're grown.
It's still
Let's talk about the
17-year-olds
children that he
out
fucked.
there.
There are children that he fucked, and some of them were children
Right.
when he fucked them. And there's video footage. There's the one from back in the day. There's the one from a few weeks ago, and there's the one from today. So there's supposed to be 3 videos that show him fucking underage girls, and on one of the videos he says, you know, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of that 14-year-old pussy. That's kind of like,
Makes
I
me
mean,
sick.
There's the book too that one of the girls wrote.
ooh, I don't know no book.
Oh,
Yeah, I do know about the book.
It's called Daddy, I think it is, or I love to call him Daddy, something like that. And she said she was 16, 17-year-old when she started dealing with him.
Stop.
So it's too much stuff that's coming out that these girls have too many details of what happened, what's in his house, who did this, who did that. And I think the parents, the staff, R. Kelly, all of them need to be arrested. All of them.
Yeah, and let's take it there. The parents, you're fucking idiots. I'm not taking my daughter, my niece, my goddaughter, nobody to a fucking one. I'm not going to an R. Kelly concert based on the shit that went down a decade or 2 ago. So you're wrong for even going to the fucking concert. Fuck the parents for even going. That meant you forgave what he did to other people's kids. And I don't want to say you get what you deserve, but like,
But why are you taking
your
to a
child
concert?
and trying to make sure they get on stage with R. Kelly? You got what you fucking deserved. Your kids didn't get what they deserved, but you as dumbass parents, you got what the fuck you deserve. Cause I'm not taking my daughter, my nieces, my godchildren to see no fucking R. Kelly, and I'm not paying to go see R. Kelly by myself. I had boycotted R. Kelly for 2 decades. We had a whole show about this shit in 2012 when we were just an internet radio station about why I was banning. We had a topic, we used to do the top 5 songs of the week. And that week it was top 5 fucking songs. And we had people vote for their songs they like. And I was like, we ain't play R. Kelly. Niggas was like, dog, we're doing fucking songs. How you not gonna play R. Kelly? Cause I'm not. And then me and JB had a whole debate and JB kind of.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I was at with it.
That happened.
And when we did have a discussion about separating the artist from the person, and I have worked to do that. I have not perfected that. I still kind of hold the person.
It's kind
As
of
their
hard
art?
to listen to the music knowing that he was sleeping with little girls and he's singing with Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number. It's
Right.
kind of hard to separate
is,
that
it is.
from knowing, like, more than likely this song was made because age wasn't nothing but a number to him. Okay, well, you 14. That's okay, boo. Come on. Let me show you what daddy got. Like, how can you keep listening to the songs? How can you keep hearing it? Trapped in the closet? Maybe that was really about him hiding in the closet away from somebody's daddy. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to
I don't see nothing wrong with Little Bubba Graham. Why in that song you say, I'm not trying to hurt nobody, but it's something that I must confess. I never think when I'm fucking somebody, well, you might think not try to hurt him with a stroke, but you might thinking I ain't trying to hurt nobody. Like, that wasn't what he was saying. He wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to fuck the shit out you and hurt you. He was saying like,
she's a virgin, she's 14. I'm not trying to hurt her, but
yeah, like the creepiest shit. And then You Were Not Alone, the song he wrote for Michael Jackson. That song touched me because I suffer from depression in real life, and and that song came out and it touched me because I'm like, I'm not alone. Like I do. It used to make me cry and shit because I used to be so fucking suicidal and crazy. But it made me feel good that I wasn't alone. And that song was about a goddamn girl, underage girl, he may have an abortion. It's like, come on, man, you fucking creep. Like,
yeah, we had that debate then, and my opinion has become more judgmental, more severe since then because of additional things that I learned since then. Honestly, I knew a couple of things about R. Kelly up until we had that debate, but there were a lot of things that I simply didn't know. And as I began to learn more and more and more, it was like, I can't reconcile these two, I can't separate the artist from the music anymore. So I won't, and so I don't. It's just that simple.
Before we move on, ladies, any last words on this Robert Kelly craziness?
The mamas that drop their daughters off should be slapped in the face with a cast iron skillet. And that was all. Oh, a hot one.
Ooh,
I forgot that part.
How long has the grease and seasoning been in it?
I might do a little Al Green with some high grits,
Damn. All of that works. Don't fuck with the ladies on Kickback TV.
Goddamn
Fuck you up.
That really will.
If you gonna go for it, go hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I gonna get charged, why not get them all? You know what I mean?
Why not get 16 felonies?
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of 16 felonies, JB's childhood friend Jussie Smollett.
You see what he did.
Because him and JB grew up together.
Again, he brought it back. I'm sorry.
They used to sing.
Yeah.
Him and Jussie Smollett, they was in the choir. They was in the gospel choir. Hey! Jared and Nicole in the building. You know we keep a live audience. Move my scooter wherever you need to move it.
He talking big boy shit.
Yeah, I got that leg right. I can walk down a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? So, Jussie Smollett has been charged with 16 felonies for his. Is 19?
I said 9.
Oh, good night, 16 felonies for his false report alleging that he was beat up by 2 white men who screamed, "This is MAGA country," and aren't you that empire, faggot nigger, whatever he said, staging his own assault and playing on the minds of, trying to play on the minds of all people, but successfully playing on the minds of black feminists and dumb motherfuckers. I'm gonna be honest, facing 50, 60 years,
That's ridiculous.
I don't know if it warrants that.
I don't think it warrants.
I just say he doesn't need.
He needs to be punished. He needs to do some community service. He needs
probation.
something.
Yeah.
I don't really think he should really see no jail time. I think he messed up when he tried to make it about race and about Trump. That's what fucked
And
him up.
sexuality. He made it about race, Trump, and sexuality.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, those are the things that classify it as a
Felony.
hate crime felony. That's why the charges are so severe. Hopefully, like y'all say, he has a decent enough lawyer who was able to get him off first
Gloria
offense,
Allred
temporary
is busy right now, so she can't help.
He needs somebody on his team to try and plead his joint down, because right now, 4 years per charge, 16 hate crime falsification charges. 64 years is what he's looking at right now.
He's going to need a Caucasian female LGBTQ attorney to help him desperately, because
but Ellen doesn't practice law.
Dangly earrings.
right, Ellen
doesn't practice law, so he's short. Me and JB called it off from day one.
I think at this point right now, if he admit his faults, if he tells the truth, I mean, you gotta own up to that point. If he keeps holding this to all the way up into his conviction, that's what's gonna really hurt him on determining a time. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna hurt him on determining a sentence. I really feel like if you know the jig is up, just go ahead and just give a public apology about it. Yeah, it hurts, but you know, hey, you in too deep. You know, just let it go. Hopefully, people forgive you, still give you a chance. You know, over time.
Yeah,
but that's really gonna hurt him if he still hold on to it, knowing that all of this stuff is really in the hands of you.
See, he's a gay black man, and some gay black men are very effeminate, and they have female traits. It's like y'all women, y'all wanna die with the lie.
No, I'm not.
I done seen y'all do that shit. Y'all wanna die with the lie. I seen you do it.
No. I'm at a point in my life, man. Just take it or leave it. You know what I mean? It's not.
You're not down with the lie.
I know how to apologize when I'm wrong.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What about when you pushed me down the steps and I broke my ankle? Did you apologize when you pushed me down the steps and I broke my ankle?
Nigga, you a motherfucking liar.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even.
She got serious. She got.
You gotta have motherfuckers. Also, that's what happened. Nah, nigga.
She got serious.
That's what happened.
No, it didn't. This nigga was drunk as hell, thinking he seeing goddamn, who was it, werewolves and shit, hollering at the moon on a mountain of trash after having a big ass fish bowl drink from where was you at that night?
No, none of that is true. Wow. You gonna die with the lie. You gonna die with the lie. You gonna die with the lie.
I told y'all.
Jussie Smollett.
No. I told y'all when he broke his ankle, I saw him the night of. He had a.
All right, so moving on. Come back on, JB. Come back on.
The night of, this nigga was living his best life. He was turning up. He was a bar hopping. You know, the next thing I see is Flint leaning to the left. You know, I said, what the fuck was in that drink? That was the first thing I said.
It was not because of a drink.
That is literally, yeah.
I was attacked.
No,
I was attacked by werewolves.
No, he wasn't.
Have you ever seen a TV show on Netflix called The Order? Then you know what I'm talking about.
Y'all already know how dramatic it was. It was a chihuahua that was hungry, rummaging through the trash. That's
A
all
chihuahua?
it was.
Like, I'm gonna run from a chihuahua. Okay, I might run from a chihuahua, but I didn't run from a chihuahua. It's possible because I'm scared of all dogs. But that's not the dog that I ran from.
Don't ever say that on live TV again, you know.
It's too late on the internet.
Don't ever say those words out loud. I'm
It's
sitting here like my brother is literally telling the world that he was.
They are gonna take this.
But nigga, before the record, niggas that pull guns on me and I wasn't scared. I'm not scared of like everything. I'm not scared of like.
You scared of Taco Bell?
I'm scared of animals. But I ain't scared of like niggas. I can hang my friends in the street. I'm just scared of animals.
I don't understand.
It's cats too
right now. I would
fucking mice,
You
jerks.
scared of piece of dog? You scared of that?
No, I ain't gonna. No, because I eat that. I don't eat that fight. I eat that. Oh, y'all missed that. She said you scared of pussy on that job.
She said you
I
scared
can
of
eat
cats.
pussy. I can eat that. I ain't scared of that.
Yeah,
You never afraid of something you can out eat. If you can eat that, then you shouldn't be scared of it.
Alright, that's why he be at China One all the time.
Really? Cut her mic off, JB. Cut her mic off. Moving on.
Let's move on. Yeah.
So, Tori's best friend from when she used to be in the industry real heavy, David Irvin from the Cowboys. Huh? You boy David Irvin from the Cowboys. He came out. He's been suspended indefinitely from the league. We all know I'm a big Cowboy fan, and it's because he smokes a lot of marijuana and he keeps getting suspended. And he's saying he does it to ease his injuries as opposed to taking the opioids. How you say it? Opioids. Instead of taking that, which the NFL prescribes. And he's like, I was on that shit, crashed my car. I was on that shit and fell down. I'd rather just smoke weed to ease my injuries rather than taking these opioids. And they don't want to do it. So I quit the NFL. Fuck y'all, I'm not coming back. And he lit a blunt and was like, fuck you. Like, I'm not a dumb nigga that just smoked it for the fuck of it. I'm hurt. I be putting my body on the line, and y'all prescribing these drugs that's gonna fuck me up, and I'm not gonna take them.
Got what, $300 a pill?
No pharmaceuticals. That's why they call drugs. Why you think so many people are buying them on the black market, like, you know, misusing them to get high? It's like that shit is people are dying.
The addiction is nothing to play with.
And real nigga shit, I had several broken bones in my ankle. Several on all sides. And I was very cautious with that shit because I know it's a big epidemic. And they gave me all the Oxycontin. Oh my God.
You want to get addicted.
They give you
Oxycontin, Codone.
The muscle relaxer.
I had all that shit. Codeine. I had all that shit. And I was just like, nah, yeah. And they was like, oh, you couldn't have my
Do you need some more? Do you need some more?
Right. Hell no. And the squad was like, nigga, take it easy.
What did y'all see?
It was a whole brown thing that just went. We both turned around and looked like, what? She's throwing all his stuff over the balcony. I saw some keys. Now there's a box.
He might have taken it to the dumpster. He only doing it because the dogs ain't out there. If the dogs is out there, he wouldn't do it. I'm just saying.
Okay, so are we clear that there's shit flying over a balcony outside and somebody's coming and getting it?
Oh, this show lit.
Okay.
This show lit.
I just wanted to make sure I understood what happened.
Hey, Jeremy, you good?
I am good.
Nicole, you good?
What?
Are you good?
I'm studying.
What are you studying?
Anatomy and physiology.
Anatomy and physiology.
Excellent.
What do you hope to accomplish by the end of those studies?
Pediatric dental hygiene.
A degree in pediatric dental hygiene?
Yeah.
Does that make you a child dentist?
A dental hygienist, pediatric dental hygienist.
Oh,
Learning all the bones right now.
oh, you fancy, huh? You know, well, I'll give you. We got to do the show, but I'll give you a little bit. The thigh bone connected to the hip bone.
In the
The hip
wrong part
bone.
of the body. She said teeth.
The tooth bone connected to the jawbone. The jawbone connected to the lip bone.
Lip bone.
I'm trying to
Lip is a
help you.
muscle.
There's no
There's no bone in the damn lip.
Can you
No wonder why your
can-
lip was hard as hell kissing me on the side of my cheek when I came in.
You can't prove. Hold on. Can you prove it's no bone in the lip?
There's no bone in the lip. It's not even cartilage.
Hey, no.
It's just a muscle.
I got. Go ahead. What?
It's connected muscle tissue. You have a maxilla and a mandible, so there is no actual bone in your lip. There's a hyoid bone, but that's only in your chin.
I'm almost out of here. This is a funny story.
Thank you.
Picture me, 10 years old in the 5th grade, and we're talking about bones and stuff. And I raised my hand to my 6th grade. My 6th grade teacher, Miss Arnold. I don't know if she's alive or not, but shout out to Miss Arnold if you're alive. She brought me on a field trip to Atlanta. So if you ever see pictures of me at Stone Mountain, and I was a little kid, it was because Miss Arnold, shout out to Miss Arnold. I think she was gay too, because she brought her female best friend.
You look
It's a
too
lot.
much.
It's a
Yeah,
lot. But I asked her in 6th grade, we was talking about bones, and I said, Miss Arnold, I ain't trying to be funny, but do we have bones in our private parts?
No.
And she was like, I ain't trying to be funny, but do you think you do? I was like, when Tracy Spencer come on TV, I think I do. Cause my shit be hard as a motherfucker. I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Why was that story even necessary?
That's part of my life.
As I said, man.
Okay.
This was a tangent brought to you by now to read you mind.
I'm just saying. You know what, JB?
I thought it was going to be something really interesting at the end of that shit. That's what I got.
Skeleton with a bone's dick sticking out. Have you seen any skeleton with a bone from his
I haven't seen this.
You know that's all.
Except in the horror
You know
movies.
that's meat. That is pure meat. Down
Why does meat get that hard?
Why the fuck are you talking about?
Because your
You
friend
guys get
on his shit the other day.
But y'all allowed this to go.
I did
So
not.
blood is
You
strong.
need to take accountability.
Blood is strong.
baby.
It's
You
blood
I
need
strong.
to take accountability. No,
I tried
you
twice.
need to
I
take
tried.
So back to
accountability.
drug
Sometimes
uses. If
too.
you use too
Thank
many
you.
drugs,
There you go.
that
See
won't
that?
work anymore.
Oh,
There you go. I did.
that's why I don't do but like a couple drinks.
Good. Yeah, that stuff is crazily addictive. I can understand David Irvin's
I love you,
point
Mama.
totally.
Jeez.
It's a holistic medicine. We all know that it ends pain sometimes. It helps you sleep better.
Yeah, shout out to our viewers. Ron said that marijuana protects against and treats CTE. Shannon said, laugh out loud. Shannon said, damn, I missed the hop-in. You missed the hop-in? You might have missed the hop-in, but I don't know what that means. But if you missed it, I tell you what, if you missed it,
No flaring up. You got it?
I'm going to show y'all how to keep an idiot in suspense.
You don't want to look like the idiot.
Because they all waiting for something to happen.
No.
I just kept all y'all in suspense.
No, you know what? Nah, your mic.
I'm going in today. I'm going in. I can walk. Hold up. I can stand up. I can stand up.
And the real joke is how do you keep an asshole in suspense?
I changed that.
So what about Michael Jackson? You know, let's go into that documentary.
All right, so what the fuck story of the week? Meek's best friend from
Don't
childhood.
look. You know what? You need to take accountability. You know
Me?
what I'm saying?
That's
He
what
was your
I'm
barber. You know what I mean? You need to take accountability. He was your barber.
Michael Jackson was my barber?
Yes.
Okay, my barber, Michael Jackson.
That's why your goatee.
Cut on Michael, JB. Cut on Michael. Cut on
I
Michael.
was waiting on you to start
I'm
jumping.
trying to be good.
I know you
man.
You don't say shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna cancel me.
Absolutely.
Just like y'all trying to cancel Oprah. So the Michael Jackson Leaving Neverland documentary came out.
Yes, it did.
And
It's hard.
what do you guys, okay, for those of you who have seen it, what do you think of the documentary? And what do you think about the backlash Oprah's receiving?
As she should, because first of all, you know, I understand that, you know, what's in the dark comes to light eventually, but like you said, this man's been deceased for over 10 years. He's not here to defend himself. And then it's just how they trying to portray him as a really, really dark person. Like I said, I don't know what happened behind closed doors, and I'm not trying to pacify the situation either. It's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence, because, you know, people got to exaggerate certain things to make, you know, good TV too. So I really don't know. But one thing I always did say that did felt uncomfortable for me. I don't care how much of a childhood Michael Jackson haven't had, for him to surround himself with other people's kids like that in that manner, it was just always just weird to me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it always was weird.
It's weird, definitely. Again, back to the parenting of the children. Why are you dropping your kids off at a grown man's house?
He had an amusement park in the backyard. That's probably why.
Dolly Parton got a whole amusement park in Tennessee, and you do not see parents dropping their kids off at Dolly Parton's amusement park for them to hang out. So, what made him so special that I'm gonna let my child spend the night with a grown man?
Right, unsupervised.
Right. So we still gonna go back to the parents if what he was doing is accurate. Because Wade Robson has already come out. This is like the third time that he's saying he was molested. First he said he was, then he said he wasn't. Then he said he was, then he said he wasn't. At this particular point in time, Wade Robson needs to go get some psychiatric help. Because you keep coming out saying this, like you had a fine music career when you were Britney Spears choreographer. Go sit down somewhere. If he did it, you need to stick to the first story and say he did it and leave it at that and stop switching back and forth.
But you know, another thing too, you gotta understand, like, these people target people with children that are in poverty, most cases.
Sick.
Yeah, sickly, or they desperately need help. You know, when you could step in a situation like that and make their life a little bit easier, and this is the only thing that you need, you know, that's why you see a lot of these parents turning their kids over. It's not like they going to a parent in their right mind. They know who to target. They know who to finesse out of their children. So
yeah, it was bad. I watched a little bit of it. We watched some of it, and I couldn't watch it anymore because it was so disturbing. It was disturbing on a couple of different levels. One, to hear all of these disturbing pieces of information being brought forward, frankly, you know, by these white people. And two, the way that they brought this information forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just done very, excuse the word, but disingenuously. Like, it was just very, it was just very, there was a lot of fugazi in what I was watching. Like, it was a lot of, like, casually mentioning sexual acts with Michael Jackson from your childhood in graphic detail, and then grinning through this shit. and chuckling about it afterwards. You know, I remember one of the moms of the children saying at some point, oh yeah, during this 2-month period when he was staying with Michael Jackson having his fun. Bitch, what? Having his fun? Now, and you're in a venue where you are talking about how a grown man abused your child years ago in his childhood, and now you're in this situation where you're presenting this to the world, and this is something that we chuckle about, something that we pass off. Oh yeah, that was just something that happened. Man, the whole thing just made my stomach turn. So it's a hard viewing.
And I just wonder what took so long for it to come to light now. Why didn't, when he was doing This Is It, while he's sitting over here putting this big, huge production together, why didn't y'all release that then to combat when he's going? Like, why would you wait until so long to where you're saying he needs to have his body exhumed? First of all, he's got enough siblings that y'all can go get some DNA from one of them. Go pick some DNA up from one of his siblings that's still alive. The man's dead. If what he did is actually true, and with all the details that are coming out, you can't say it's not true. I just don't understand, why did you wait so long? And being pissed off at Oprah, I don't know, man.
Troy, before we get into that, let me chime in here. As far as the documentary, I'm gonna be honest. It's always hard for me to believe white people because they're white. I'm just giving 100. I love my family. I do have white family members. Love you to death. But I know you. I vetted you. It's different. Random white people, it's hard for me to believe. I'm just keeping it honest. Like, you motherfuckers created slavery. Well, you didn't create it, but you put my people in slavery. So I'm iffy on you. But before I get into my real thoughts, I want to read some of these comments. Shannon saying, these parents. Karina said, yeah, but his victims are alive and having to deal with the mental instability. Shannon says, why are these parents leaving their kids with just anyone? Just because it's MJ, you know it's music, but you didn't know that man. Facts. Understood, but why they wait all this time to say something? Why aren't these stories the same? Why they keep going back and forth? I'm just so pissed off about why we're making this black and white thing. Why do we idolize celebrities so much so that they couldn't be sexual deviant monsters or molesters?
That's true.
Well, you want to attack Oprah for bringing a light to the bigger picture, and it's Psychology 101, or I've been waiting so long. Read up, people. And I will say, the Me Too movement told me this. It ain't always easy to come out against somebody. Against Harvey Weinstein, against Elvis Presley, against R. Kelly, and especially against the biggest artist of all time.
Yeah.
I would think that it's harder to come out against R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, than it would be to come out against JB. Not saying JB did anything. I'm not saying he did anything. But like, it's a difference between, you know. No. Everybody got me. Come on, me. Come on, me. I'm just saying.
You could have left him out of that particular, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Nigga. Come on now.
So I get why women, or men, or especially children, don't come out right away. And I'm not holding them accountable to not coming out right away. I won't do that. What I will do is I'll say that Mike got weird to me. I mean, I'm a nigga from the inner city of DC. You bleach your skin, you weird to me. In the 80s, you get a nose job, you're weird to me. You know what I'm saying? If you carrying Emmanuel Lewis in your arms, and he's 25 years old, but he's a dwarf, and you're carrying him like he's a baby, you're weird to me.
Yeah, weird.
So Michael Jackson has always been weird to me. Well, not always, but once I became a teenager. Because as a little kid, I was Thriller. I was Beat It. I was doing the dances. And in Northwest, South Beach, I was doing the shit.
That was one thing, like with me, with my mom. Like, I love Michael Jackson. Then back when Rock With You and, you know, like you said, Beat It and everything. But when he came back when I'm Bad, I was confused. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, and my mom kept trying to tell me, I was like, Mama, that's not Michael Jackson. She was like, yes, it is. I was like, no, it's not. She was like, yes, it is. I was just like, She was like, I don't know, baby, either, but that's Michael Jackson. I said, okay.
Right.
And it was just like, to be honest, it was just like, for some reason after that, I just couldn't get into it. Because, you know, I'm a child, and I was like 6, 8 years old, so that kind of like I didn't understand it at the time, and
Right.
unfortunately, it was something that hindered me into getting into him more, because it was just strange, you know.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get it at that time, but now that I'm grown, it makes sense. But still, looking back, it's still weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely some weird shit, and that's kind of like where he lost me, because it wasn't natural. Like, I like Tupac, Jay-Z, Master P, T.I. None of them niggas bleaching their skin.
But he had to
None of them
build a
niggas came out
logo.
with
But I
kids.
understand he had to build a logo.
Well, they not sleeping with kids.
But you had to get a nose job with it, though. That's the thing I didn't understand.
It's just way too much stuff that he did that was just like, you said it weird. It's, you got a pet monkey. I'm not going to somebody's house with a pet monkey. I don't want to hang out with you. I'm not going to your house if there's giraffes that live in your backyard. I'm not going. Like, that's weird to me. I don't want to hang out with you. Why are you changing your nose 17 different times? I don't want to go to your house because I'm going to stare at you and ask, what's wrong with your nose?
Well, I mean, at a minimum, and I think what's most important about this whole thing is that all of these things certainly don't want me to bring my children around you at all, number one. Number two, I'm certainly not bringing my children and leaving them there for you to spend time. That after all of that weird shit, yeah, now, for me, I've always been one who could separate music from individuals, just because, you know, there's so many of our old school favorite artists who did horrible shit. That being said, you know, where this became difficult for me.
Yeah, African Bambaataa.
Yeah,
I remember African Bambaataa was accused of that shit.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so before Mike, I always respected Mike's musical excellence, because if you study his music, it really is like ingenious, groundbreaking stuff. Even his later stuff is pretty amazing. That being said, I had difficulty reconciling what I was going to say to my children when Mike came on my playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Daddy, who is this guy? Who is this guy, Michael Jackson? Tell me about his life, because that's who my kids are. But all of the artists that I play for, where did you hear about this person? Who is this person? Now I gotta explain who Mike is and what he did. You know what?
But that's a good conversation to have with your kids, because like every time I see something crazy like this on TV, like when what is that movie, Abducted in Plain Sight? Every time something weird like this comes out, I call my son in immediately. Look, if somebody tell you gotta have a baby with a grown woman or aliens gonna kill me, tell the aliens to come on. If they tell you in order for you to be a superstar, you gotta do this, tell them, nah, my mama gonna help me. We're gonna figure out another way to get you to where you need to do. You do not have to have sex in order to advance your life, especially not with an adult. And if an adult is telling you that, they're a pedophile. And once again, we go back to that word, which we've been using quite frequently tonight, but that's what it is. The parents, if Michael Jackson's body has to be exhumed to get DNA taken from them to prove whether or not, I don't know why this is, DNA was with their children, whatever, I don't understand what that part's for. But if his body's getting exhumed and he's going to have charges,
I don't think that can happen.
No.
I just feel that if that's happening, then his parents need to be charged for child neglect. If Michael Jackson is under scrutiny, then the parents of all of these kids need to be held responsible for child neglect, for dropping their children off. Because if I drop my son off at a neighbor's house and don't come back for 4 and 5 days to get my child, and they call DFACS on me, DFACS is going to be knocking on my door. So if that happens to me, then the same thing should happen to these parents, whether it's a celebrity or not.
I'm glad.
I'll tell you this: if they exhume Michael Jackson's body, I'm switching my whole stance, and I'm going against the parents and the families and the government. Like, that is
I don't
too
understand
far.
what that's for.
That's too far. If they ever try to exhume Michael Jackson's body, I'll tell you this much: I don't really listen to Michael Jackson. I think he a fucking weirdo. He was lame. He was a bammer. He was corny. And I grew out of him in my teenage years. Like, I loved him when I was like 7. When I turned 13, he was just corny to me. But regardless of all that shit, and I think he's a pedophile. If in 2019 or beyond, they try to move to exhume his body, I'm going to switch everything to support Michael Jackson and his estate. And I'm going to ride for the fact that leave him fucking in the ground. Because we can exhume anybody. There's a lot of motherfuckers that did shit. All y'all favorite presidents, favorite lawyers, entertainers, Elvis Presley, fuck ass.
Ben Affleck
There will be a line.
Oh yeah.
Ben Affleck still running around. Ain't nothing happened, done about him.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Several
Right, Ben
allegations,
Roethlisberger,
rape
definitely.
allegations.
He's still throwing a football around. Ain't nothing happened to him. So if we're going to exhume Michael Jackson's body, then I want DNA drawn from every single solitary celebrity that's done something.
That I will ride with. And usually motherfuckers be like, why y'all mad at R. Kelly? You ain't mad at R. Kelly? Shut the fuck up, bitch ass nigga. What the fuck you talking about? But this, I'm riding. I'm like, dog, if you dig that man body up, I'm going to raise me personally. I'm going to raise all kinds of him.
He's been dead
because
for I don't know how long.
Because that's only a money grab. Like, what are you digging up a dead body for?
There it is.
What DNA? What are they testing it
He
against?
still should have DNA on file for all of the
previous
allegations. I know for when they did the autopsy on him, they still should have some of his remains left.
But he's got
so they shouldn't even have to dig him up.
If his children legit are his, you can use their DNA.
They're not though.
If
they're not.
But I'm saying, if you got a whole sister and how many brothers still alive, their DNA is still similar enough to where you can match it. They do this on investigative discovery all the time. Why do you need to dig his body out to get the DNA?
Why are you watching investigative discovery? You take a kill somebody?
I love that channel.
Why y'all watching the ID channel?
I love that channel.
Whenever a woman tells me they watch ID, I be like,
that's how I know, like, I'm kind of scared of marrying white people. I will never get in a straight
Oh my God, they be having
I won't have any kids because they kill you over the kids too. So niggas ain't gonna kill you over no kids. They gonna leave you with the kids. Don't even pay child support. So I can chase niggas down with child support rather than goddamn. No, I'm cool. I'm
they
gonna
gonna
stay in
bury you,
I'm
feed
gonna
you
stay
with
in
a
my
chipper,
culture lane.
throw you out in that.
She brought back. What was that movie? Oh God. What with the chipper? What was
the chipper?
Fargo.
You don't
Fargo.
know
When he fed a dude through the wood chipper.
It's
White people in them.
Yes.
They did with his white people movies. I ain't seen that shit.
Oh my God, that was a great
Or
movie.
you feed them to the pigs, or the one lady that
I know
beat her
what feeding the
husband to
pigs.
death with the daggone pot roast and then cooked it so they couldn't arrest her because it wasn't a proof of her the murder left anymore. It's that kind of stuff. I need to make sure there's no crazy people around. No, it was frozen.
Oh, sure.
She beat her husband to death with a frozen pot roast.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Cooked it. So when they came to say blunt force trauma, she was like, with what? So they were like, what do you mean with what? You killed your husband? She was like, you don't have any proof. Yeah, you don't, because she ate it. She beat him with a pot roast, and I was like, my God.
That's gangster.
What kind of woman are you?
That's gangster.
I'm not like cereal mom. That's
Right.
Like, I'm
Cereal mom
not
is cuckoo.
cereal
Yeah.
I can name 2 women you should not marry.
That's not right.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Hey man, don't start
Just
no
always,
more
just always buy fresh roast. Don't buy no frozen shit.
Okay, let's see what comments we got going on. We got, if you wouldn't leave your kids with them, then your answer is right there. And if we believe little Jan, then we need to know Wade and them are being truthful. Could MJ really have been fucked up in his head thinking he was a kid and never touched kids? MJ could have been fucked up in the head and thinking that he was a kid. To a degree. I'm not doing sleepovers because you have some semblance of knowing you're different. He's Michael Jackson. Not one person, not JB, not me, not Tori, not Jeremy, not Nicole. The entire planet is projecting how they see you to you. Because I remember one time, this is a crazy story, and I know it's crazy, but I want to tell it. I was thinking I was just doing like the worst shit any human could do, and I was doing some just gangster shit, this evil shit. And my boy was like, I love you. You're a good person. And I'm like, what? He's like, you a good person. And it made me cry. Cause I was like, all this shit I'm doing, you think I'm a good person? And how one person saw me, or really out of 5 saw me, influenced me. Cause they was like, you're a good person. You're not just the sum total of the fucked up shit you do.
Hey, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, my point is, Michael Jackson had the world telling him he's an adult. So he knew he's a fucking adult. I'm not buying he thought he was still a child.
I think some people rolled along with kind of like how the R. Kelly situation is, where they're paying him and he's paying them to go along with what's around. I think he paid people to be like, okay, Mike, you can still be a kid today. Even though they knew he wasn't a child, I think his close inner circle played along with his crazy because that was where the check was coming from.
Who here thinks Michael Jackson inappropriately dealt with children?
Absolutely, 100%.
So all 4 of us?
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving on.
Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award. Let's get it.
Oh.
The Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award. Amanda Seals, a woman, it used to be Amanda Diva on MTV2, the hip hop shows.
Yeah, because I didn't know where she came from.
She used to be on all the hip hop shows on MTV2.
Okay.
And then she disappeared, and then she came back with Insecure and her stand-up comedy.
Right.
She was a VJ, a video jockey. She hosted video shows, and she was pro-black, afro, all that type of stuff.
It's like I don't know.
She I liked a lot of what she did. This particular situation when she accused the ex-NFL player, Marvin Rowe, of stalking her and being aggressive with her. And then she went on Breakfast Club to say they dated, but he wasn't really interested, and she admitted that. Her role in saying that he stalked her was crazy, and all the DMs she received from other women saying how inappropriately he behaved. And then to have her come back, because she's a strong woman. She say what she say, she mean what she mean, and fuck you if you disagree. And then to have her come back and apologize and say, well, I didn't really say this, and I didn't really think that. I was like, oh, Amanda, that's what we doing? Because I am, contrary to popular opinion, I listen to my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a gold hoop around my neck. I ain't got a platinum chain. I ain't holding like thinking like fuck that. I'm Unc man. I'm the Stone, Black Stone.
Y'all TCG, y'all trying to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking at and I'm trusting everything she says because I'm not gonna be that guy that don't. And I'm listening and like Jussie Smollett, it don't sound right. And now they have to come back and apologize.
When he said that.
Well, factory, a lot of Chicago people hit me like, no, nah.
Nobody.
Cats are freezing outside.
Yeah, that ain't happening, nigga. But back to Amanda Seals, I'm very offended by what she did because she painted black men in a particular light, just like Jussie Smollett, painted others in a particular light. I don't like to be painted falsely, especially as a black man when it's specifically dealing with me. And for her to apologize and say those things weren't quite true, it's like, what the fuck were you doing?
Right.
And that's why she got the Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award.
So does she explain exactly why she even said it, or has anybody cornered her and asked her why did you say it? Because I've got boys. And if somebody accused my boys of doing something that they didn't do and like, oops, my bad, yeah, your life might have almost been ruined, but it wasn't, so be okay with it, I'm going to have to slap somebody.
And that's the whole point.
And she never really came up. She, or just for clarity, she pretty much said like, I didn't quite say those things exactly the way you guys are saying it. I only hinted and kind of almost said it. And I'm like, bitch, you said it.
We're in the day and age of if you imply somebody sent me, if I say somebody sent me 5 DMs and I didn't reply back, that's implying, oh, he's irritating me, he's annoying me.
You
No,
suck.
I didn't think it was just a situation that she wanted him, he didn't want her. She felt like some type of way about it, and she ended up.
So she.
But we need protection.
He probably smashed and passed, and she probably felt some
but
way
we need
about it.
protection against that. Because I remember when Beyonce had said that shit about me, and I was like, yo, hold up. Just be with Jay-Z, don't bring me up. You know what I'm saying?
When was
So,
the last time she talked about you?
yeah, I mean, it's been a couple years, but she still brought me up at some point. And I know that, and I know how that feels.
Like never.
Wow, really said me, really said me. You know
what?
what? You know what? That's when I go. That's
Right,
what
all right,
I'm
so
saying.
you didn't get her to
I mean,
check.
just address the
Oh,
topic.
okay.
Address the topic, please.
So yeah.
It's just meet the topic. Meet the topic.
In the comments it says she made an IG video saying the media made it up, and they say she takes her statements back that it didn't happen.
Right.
So
I don't
So-
know.
now she's saying it didn't happen. So she's still saying that he did do it, and that
Whoa, hold
is
up.
that what she's trying to say?
I took it a little differently. I took it like she's saying that he pursued her, but it wasn't anything inappropriate, and she based all the inappropriateness on what women had messaged her, saying
But
that
you
he
can't
did
do
to
that.
them.
So we are in 2019, and iPhones have been out for how long now? And the print screen button has been on desktops and laptop computers.
Now, you gonna say about phones, y'all gotta bring Jordan
Right.
too.
We gotta talk about Android.
Yeah, y'all gonna talk about it all the way around there, but I'm not the only one with phones.
Let's go on and screenshot this. You got proof. This is what happened. This man came. So screenshot it. We're in the day and age of a screenshot. If somebody's sending something to me irritating and I say, yeah, bro was getting on my nerves and he kept DMing me every 5 minutes, I'm going to be able to screenshot that and put it up like, yeah, Fred from the club the other weekend followed me on Instagram and keeps blowing my DMs up. It's not going to be something I can't show proof of. Why is that so hard? Like, freaking Facebook can pull up all the stuff whether you delete it or not. If it's really that serious and he's stalking you, call the police and have the man arrested. Like, it's been too many days and times that somebody doesn't do anything about a stalker, and then you see the news body in the
banged up somewhere.
yeah. Report him. What's so hard? And then, oh, well, he's a black man and I'm trying. No, if he crazy, he's still crazy. I don't care if he's green. Crazy is crazy. I've been followed before. You don't play with something like that. That's
No.
something you
No.
that's serious.
I
You
agree.
handle your business.
I agree.
I don't think he was doing anything to her, because when I saw her for the first time, I'm like, so you telling me that this football player who has the option of all the Kim Kardashian lookalikes with the weave down the back, the dolled up prosthetic bodies, stalk you?
We don't all like that.
I
like a natural like Ashanti, but I do believe she's full of
But
shit.
you understand what I'm saying?
I get exactly
You
what
got
you're
the
saying.
option of Ashanti, a Rihanna, a Beyonce, a Kim Kardashian, a Paris Hilton, or whatever. She's not that cute to stalk.
It doesn't matter. It's the power of the puss too. Sometimes, like, it doesn't matter what you look like. It's how you carry yourself and the connection you have with somebody. You could be the baddest bitch over here in the corner, and niggas still leave you for the regular homegirl. It's all about, you know, your how you interact with someone.
And
It
fact,
is.
I agree,
Yeah.
but I don't want to get off the fact that she accuses man in the public forum of stalking her and being harassing, and then she went back and recanted.
Well, what was he supposed to be saying in these messages that was
She never
so
really
She never
said what he was
said.
saying.
She just said
She
he was
was
stalking her.
right, and then she came back and said, "I didn't."
because
say
somebody
that.
saying you DM 5 DMs, that's considered stalking.
I guess in her mind.
And
But
then she
the
came
thing
but
is-
no, because she came back and apologized and recanted. So my thing right now is, it's like Jussie Smollett.
It is.
At least
It
she
makes you
apologized.
question shit that we shouldn't be questioning,
Right.
because we should be on the side of the victim. So we shouldn't question victims. But because of Jussie Smollett,
People
because
cry
of Amanda Seals, now people that cry wolf, now we have to question your stories. And it's like, I remember when we were kids and JB was like, what's the girl name? Diana Ross had attacked him. And I didn't want to question JB.
Diana Ross.
It was Diana Ross. And I was like, I don't want to question him, but I was like, you already know Diana Ross.
She's the reason why the questioning happens.
Exactly.
Because it's too many of them saying somebody did something to me and it didn't happen.
That's
Dirty Diana, that's what the song was supposed to really have been about anyway.
I mean,
and that's what JB tried to use in his defense.
all the dudes
Listen
in
to the song
Detroit.
Dirty Diana knew it's a real song.
The dudes in Detroit, that the one guy that's got the lawsuit that he's trying to get off child support, even though Detroit put him on because she said it's his baby,
But
he's got to pay child support every month or go to jail.
and it's like DNA proof that it wasn't even his child. So
But
they're
they're
still
like,
making
well,
him
she
pay.
put you on there, so you're gonna have to keep paying because somebody gotta pay for this baby. How about she pay for the baby? How about that?
About that.
Yeah, let's everybody reshare the post as we go into the second half.
Don't say anyone else what I already found.
You know, second half of the show, you know, we about to wrap up a little bit, you know what I mean? More share.
Let's go ahead and get that award though.
Yeah, so
She deserves it.
Amanda Seals, you get the Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award. So shut up, stupid. The Andre Ingram Brown and Shine Award appropriately goes to LeBron James, who passed MJ in the all-time scoring list. He is now number 4, right behind Kobe, Karl Malone, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Right.
Really quickly, congratulations, first of all. I do not think this puts him above Jordan. Because to me, you had to Karl Malone above Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar above Jordan, which we don't do.
Nope.
So, or Kobe above Jordan, who scored more points than Jordan.
Nope.
But it is a tremendous accomplishment, and I just want to say congratulations to LeBron. Is there anywhere else you guys want to go? Because where I want to go is congrats to LeBron for this accomplishment. It's monumental. You're in the top 5 in scoring, top 10 in assists. No one has ever done that. I don't want to debate his career. I just want to say congrats to what he's done. Unless any of you want to say anything different.
I think
he
that's
deserved it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, he did the damn thing. He continues to do the damn thing. They ain't going nowhere this year, but it is what it is. Keep it straight like that. Straight like that.
Throw that in there, right? Slide that on it now.
Not quite made it this year. But.
And before I get everybody, Corinna said, her intelligence as a woman, her mind is way more attractive than her looks. And that would have been true until she lied on niggas. Now I don't fuck with Amanda Sue. I fuck with her, supported her through Insecure, through her Amanda Diva days, and through her stand-up comedy. Now I'm like, I don't know about you. You just as bad as white people. If you out here lying, you know what I'm saying? You just as bad.
I can't really let that go.
Tori, anything about LeBron? I think we all agree right now as we run the show on time that he passed Michael, but it don't make him better than Michael. But is there anything you want to add?
I think he done good.
He
did
done
it,
good.
but it wasn't in the time that Michael did it.
Facts.
So, good job, LeBron. We're not going to take that away from you, but you were still not the GOAT.
Still not the GOAT. Because we all know that I'm the GOAT, new the man, greatest of all time.
You broke foot playing basketball.
Hey, I ain't think I broke my foot. I was playing basketball with Chihuahuas.
He broke for that shit. He was not a ball player growing up.
No, I don't play sports, I play women, but moving on.
I believe it. I'm not your damn coffee table.
Why not?
Don't you?
Why can't you be my coffee
And
table?
then that shit sharp too.
You remind
on my
me of
damn
my
magic
jeans.
card. Okay,
You
Kel.
remind me of my
I
coffee
thought you.
table.
No. I thought you weren't saying Kels no more.
Nah, but you should have coffee
If
table.
you don't get this
Okay,
sharp
I
ass
don't
elbow
want
off of me,
I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble.
salt and
All
batter over
right,
here.
Senator Flowers. She knew Auntie Maxine. She was like, hold the fuck up. You motherfucker, we not gonna have this shit.
Right.
We're not gonna sit up here and I got a black son.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do this. Dog, I watched that shit like 8 times and I was just smiling.
He tried to
I
cut
was
her off
smiling.
too.
Yeah, she was like, you ain't cut me off. I don't give a shit. She started cussing. I don't give a shit. So, she's a senator, right? Senator Flowers. I love her. We give her the Grind and Shine Award for her standing up. Does anybody want to go into any detail about that? Other than we love her and we give her the award?
I'm just glad that it was said. And it was said and it's true because that's exactly how we all feel. That's how I feel about my nephew.
What did she say?
Don't you try to like but she probably what she pretty much explained to them is that these black young men matter. You know, we tired of people going out here attacking our kids. You know what? The funny thing about it, before I get into that, I love how everybody always feel like we are the aggressors, we are the attackers, us being black. That's the only thing that we have. We never really retaliate to any police officer, like that young girl that you seen whooping that police officer ass, that little young girl that tried. Y'all ain't see that video? Okay, bet I'm gonna tell y'all in that. But what I feel, what really baffles me before I really get into it is just that they so quick to shoot us, attack us, but yet they pull Sam or Jeff over and he busting shots at them and they still trying to detain him with a taser, trying not to kill him. Or they confront white kids, white boys on the street. They don't show no aggression to them too. It's just that, you know,
that's real.
I mean, and my thing is, they more of a threat to y'all police than we are. When do you ever see any black man fight the police? They always complying unless they running. The only thing they doing is running. You know what I mean? You pull these little jokers over, they busting at you, they cussing you out from the sun up to the sun moon, and you still showing patience, you still showing protocol.
They pull a hatchet out and they gonna sit over there, put the hatchet down.
But for not to get justice for our black men that are wrongfully killed by these police officers, and they just getting like time off with pay, vacation, or just fired from the department, not seen, that's murder. Regardless of whether that's murder, if they did not if they not attack you, if they not have a gun, if they was minding their business, if you ain't like what they said, regardless of what, you killed that child for no reason. You just don't like the fact that he is a black man and you have him at your mercy. You get what I'm saying? And I think they thrive off that. I think that just runs their blood up. And I really do, because how else is all these young men getting killed for no reason? Just in the midst of questioning. You know, and it just gotta stop. And it gotta stop to the point where you're not being prosecuted for it. It's just a slap on the wrist. Next, you can't work with this field no more. Then they get a job at another police precinct.
They gonna do the same
thing. They gonna do the same thing in a
or
small
the
country
first
town.
Time they get a warning of, oh yeah, you know, he had a history of being a little aggressive.
Right.
Sensitivity counseling.
Right. And now we're gonna desk him for a couple of weeks. Then we're gonna put him back on the street in a black neighborhood with a gun. And we know he's got issues with black people. So
they don't care because, you know, and that's what they saying this shit true. Get that organ donor shit off of your stuff. Let your family really, if anything happens to you, let your family be there and get consent to do it. Because I think they're really killing these people for their organs. Think about it. That is nothing that's like a conspiracy theory. That is exactly what's going on. It was another body turning up that was dumped. Another black female body that was found with no organs in it. This shit is true. So be mindful and be careful, because that shit is real out here.
It's crazy out here.
Factory. I don't know how we got on that topic, but everything you said was true.
Oh yeah, just like, I know you ain't talking much. You drift off the topic to your damn self. We talk about you a good person on Michael Jackson. We trying to figure out what the hell the damn goddamn solution was. Like, okay, continue. But go ahead. Go ahead and see. Go ahead.
Say it one more time.
Go ahead.
Use some different words. You say it in Spanish for me. You said it twice already. One more time. Go ahead. One more time. Go ahead.
So Jada Smith.
Go ahead.
Is providing.
I can't get it out.
Go ahead.
I can't get it out.
So Tori, Jaden Smith is providing water for Flint, Michigan.
Right.
We have gone so long.
Yes.
How many years is this now? years.
It's
not a couple
2
months.
or 3.
Big up, young man.
But it's been a lot longer than that actually. But that's
Well, since
That's about 3 years
Yeah.
reported.
How long
News
Trump been in
reported
office? 3 years now, right?
3 years.
So it's been about 3 years. That happened like soon after he was.
Well, I mean,
I think it was longer though.
Yeah,
Was it
probably.
before?
Oh no, it was before. It was before.
It
was
just got
before
so bad
Obama.
to the point where it was
It was
reported
before
at 3 years.
I mean, not before
Nah.
Obama. During Obama is when the story originally leaked. Yeah. During the middle of Obama's second term. It's been a
It's
while.
been that long.
Yeah, it's been a while now. Yeah.
I just want to shout out Jaden Smith and his water company for providing water to people in Flint, Michigan, and to remind everybody to not forget about.
They still
I'm gonna be guilty.
Michigan.
I'm guilty of that because I honestly forgot and I feel bad. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but shout out to Jaden for reminding us.
Yes.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would encourage everybody to look up and see what you can do. Whether it's $1, $5, $100, $1,000. Be mindful that people don't have clean water.
and that's
Yeah.
sad because you pay state taxes.
It's there, and
every
it's
check.
still
Well, yeah.
Louisiana's still
And
suffering.
you can't
as
get
well.
no fresh damn water.
So, those of you who have been living under a rock, as the town of Flint, the city of Flint, Michigan, shout out to my man Percy, who was born and raised in Flint. As they were going through financial troubles, they decided to cancel their original water contract, which got them water from Lake Michigan, and go with a cheaper contract that got them water from the Detroit River. Now, the Detroit River is highly, highly, highly polluted, lead, all kinds of other chemicals in that river, and the waterway company who's providing the water hadn't taken all of the necessary steps to clean the water. So basically, we've got dirty water going into an impoverished community.
Right.
Now, if you don't know what lead does to the nervous system, if you don't know how lead poisons the body, let me just say this. Any product that is an edible product, any product that is exposed to human skin or anything is required by law to be certified as lead-free. And if you ever bought a bucket of paint, you know how it says lead-free paint on that shit? The reason why is because paint used to have lead in it, and it was killing people.
Playground equipment.
Yeah, lead is bad. It damages the nervous system. It causes delusional madness in people. A lot of people argue that it's the reason why the Roman Empire fell. Lead is no joke. And lead is in the water in Flint, y'all. They cannot drink their own water. Filters don't help. You know how you get you a Brita filter?
Yeah.
They can't do that shit. Because the water is literally killing the people in Flint. So imagine if you had to buy bottled water to cook your food,
To brush your teeth,
brush
to
your
shower,
teeth,
to
to
live.
make ice. You know what I'm saying? That's what these people are dealing with. And it's already one of the poorest communities in the country, America. In case you didn't know. So please look out for Flint.
Definitely shout out to all our brothers and sisters in Flint. Shout out to Jaden Smith for providing this opportunity where he's going to give water to them. And Ron said, watch the Terror Day was eating lead for years on edible. What? It was for that. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's something on Netflix. Me and Ron always sharing Netflix shit.
What if they trying to kill the population out of Flint or force them to move so they can rebuild the city for their own?
I wouldn't know.
I mean, they've already done that in Detroit, so it wouldn't surprise me.
It's called gentrification.
Yeah.
That's what we call it, gentrification.
I mean, where's Erin Brockovich? Because that's what she was dealing with, running around saving cities that have poison water. And why?
In Northern California.
Why isn't she there with her people? Why?
Yeah, come on, Julia Roberts. What the fuck?
Oh well, actually, yeah, the Aaron Brockovich story wasn't water. It was the way they were manufacturing power in the area. It was causing cancer and
Poisoning people in lakes and whatever else, but still, like, where's the lawyers? Who's there to represent they've already put them on trial with the senators and people in the area saying, yes, we knew, yes, we approved. We understood that this was not done correctly, but I signed the paperwork anyway.
Yep.
So,
Because we are the minority that's in that space, and they generally don't care about the minority.
Absolutely. Flint is overwhelmingly not minority. Flint is overwhelmingly black.
Right.
So let's be clear. As was Detroit. Detroit was one of the blackest cities in the country. 54, close to 64% black population until the gentrification that New discussed. Now they're claiming Detroit is this beautiful citadel.
I lived up there in 03 to 05.
It was
man, you would literally go on one street, the line is manicured, no potholes, and literally cross the street. From me to you, and the other side just terrible. Like the street I lived on, it was an empty lot next to me, and the house next to me was a trap house.
It's crazy.
So go 2 streets over, beautiful, manicured lawns. That's just the way they let it be. They don't fix it. They don't try to fix it. They don't care.
It doesn't affect them.
Yeah. So shout out to Jaden Smith. He gets an Andre Ingram Grind and Shine Award.
That picture is hitting me, man. Picture is hitting me.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
So we'll go on to our question of the day, and we'll start wrapping up the show. Our question of the day is dating that bad in Atlanta? I have been told that dating in Atlanta was the worst thing ever since I got to Atlanta 7 years ago. The first 6 years, I was like, y'all tripping. You ain't finding the right people. You ain't moving right. You ain't ready yourself. That's why you ain't getting what you deserve. It's all y'all fault. Year 7? Well, before I get into my year 7 thought, I'll ask you guys. Let's start with you, Lee. Dating in Atlanta, is it as bad as everybody says it is?
No. I think in some situations it's dealing with people that I know and who I talk amongst. It's pretty much, dating becomes bad because the majority of us, we chase after what we can't have. But that person still give you that leeway in their life, so you just stuck in that balance. You just stuck in until you just get the hell up out of it. But no, I don't really think dating is bad. You gotta go out sometimes. You gotta step out your element. You gotta give people a chance. If somebody is so caught up in you sexually, they're just gonna tell you how it is right there. It's just like people don't take time to get to know people anymore. And I think sometimes you be, too intimate with people before you really take your time to get to know them. So when it comes that time for you to get to know them and things don't add up, that's probably what keeps people comfortable in bad situations. But I don't really think dating in Atlanta is bad. If you know what it is that you're looking for within a person, and give it a chance, sometimes you gotta step out of your comfort zone too.
Okay, JB?
I don't know. I don't look at it as anything any worse than anywhere else. It kind of is what it is. Now, I will be frank. I stopped for a minute, but I stopped for my own reasons. I think you put it pretty well earlier when you said that what you were seeing just didn't really seem to be what you were looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I found that to be the case. And I wasn't really interested in wasting my time going through the trial and error process. Now, when I say wasting my time, I don't mean that dating is a waste of time. I meant that I had better things to do and still continue to do so. However, when I dated, I had a ball because I went into it knowing 3 things. 1, this date might be the start of a beautiful friendship, maybe even a relationship. Right. 2, it probably isn't. 3, whatever happens tonight, and that ain't got shit to do tomorrow unless I wanted to. Right. And those were my 3 rules going into every date, right? I didn't have bad nights like that. I have a very good dating. Oh, okay. I have a very good dating track record. My closing rate is quite strong.
Okay. Closing rate. That's what you call it. That nigga goddamn doing the parties over here. That nigga goddamn closing his shit.
It's because it's a smaller pool. It's a smaller pool.
You know what condos
Pick your spots.
So, what you think about dating out here?
It's horrible.
Oh, break it down. All right, break that down. Break it down.
Okay, so me being single now, after being in a really long relationship, getting back out there, I've had 2 married men approach me, and that is a hell no. I've had I'm not quite divorced yet, approach me, and that's a hell no. And then my numbers are, out of 10 black males, 7 of them want to be rappers. And I am not 20 anymore. At 20, that's cool. You could rap, you could do your thing. But by the time we're hitting 35, 36, going into our 40s, I'm going to need you to have some kind of income coming in if your hopes and dreams are not working out. Because there's food that needs to be put on the table. And you cannot keep spending $400 a day on studio time to record a mixtape. Like, that's not working. Don't have a 401k, don't have money set to the side, not a college fund for your kid, no savings account, car note not paid off. It's horrible. Like, I have tried dating, going to church, walking around, being around whatever, not being in church, at a picnic, walking through a restaurant. And initially the first thing is, oh, you cute, you light skinned, let me get to know you. Oh, wait, time out. You already messed up right there.
Right.
Like, let's rewind this back and let's start with hello, how are you, what's your name? It's so bad. It's so bad. So
They so color stricken here.
yes,
You know what's so
it's
crazy?
bad.
I
didn't realize
I'm
it.
not-
Like,
Man,
man,
that
I'm
shit.
I'm
I didn't realize I was dark skinned until I moved in. Bitch, I thought I was
brown.
You trying to make it sound like Celia or some shit.
I'm with y'all on that because I don't want to sound like white people that say I don't see color, but like if you black, light skin, well see, I'm interested in mellow yellow. I think a mellow yellow to chocolate yoo-hoo. Like I don't have a preference as far as our complexion.
What you
I
attracted
might not date a white woman or Chinese or something, but if you black. Your complexion is the bottom thing on my list.
Right, I thought
So
everything.
it is
I
weird.
thought I don't like my siblings. I am not the lightest sibling. I got siblings darker than all 3 of y'all.
Yeah, I mean,
Same parents. So growing up, it was never you light skinned, you brown skinned, you dark skinned. It was just you black. So down here it's you red. Can I just be a black female that's trying to date somebody? Like, why do I have to be some shade of something? Because that's weird to me.
I mean,
Really
I'm not really talking about skin shades or whatnot until we're talking about food and I'm talking about I don't know, and it's caramel colored cinnamon, brown sugar. Yeah.
Cinnamon.
Nice.
I look like caramel stretched apart.
Nice.
No, you
You
don't.
take caramel and you stretch it.
You like burnt brown sugar.
But I mean, those are different kind of references. I like them 80 to 80, 8 to 80 line, purple and crazy.
Right.
Hold
You
on,
like
Kelly.
every type
8
of
to
woman?
80? 8 to 80?
So wait.
18.
I'm an older man who like younger women. I'm an older man who like older women.
Red, yellow, green, blue, purple.
So what is
Purple.
your preference?
I ain't no purple pussy.
What is the thing?
A
What are the 3
job.
things that you look for in a man?
A job. That's
Okay.
one of the main things
J.O.B.
I'm looking for. Job.
Damn, that's just a low standard.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You'd be surprised how many
No
niggas out
facts.
here with no damn
That's a low
job.
standard.
I'm amazed.
If
I'm
you
amazed.
have children, you are taking care of your children. I don't want
Right.
to date somebody that has kids and
don't
not
see 'em.
seeing them.
Right.
That is a massive problem for me.
Yeah.
And somebody that is respectful. And that is not only to me, but to themselves, to their family members, to whoever is around. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, well, you need to have a 57 something. No, it's not that serious. Like, if you have a job, that's like 99 million times winning.
Right.
And somebody in the comments said it's
a good one at that. Not no doctor, just a nigga
Right,
just
a
bringing in
job,
like a band a week.
bring
or
some
something.
money in,
800
something
a
like,
week or something.
and I hear, and I'm looking in the comments, and it's like if you're attracting the same kind. No, you're not a female. So I'm gonna say that you're not a female. So you don't know what it's like to go out there. You may have a job, you may have a different outlook, but a lot of the times we're in Atlanta, period. And this is now Black Hollywood. So every dude that's coming down here is looking to do something that's in the entertainment industry. I'm sitting in a podcast right now with 2 black men, and both of you guys have either been in the industry or you're still in the industry with a podcast. And some guys are not like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm doing my podcast,
but I got this over here though.
Right, 7 streams of income. Like, they like, nah, my podcast don't make it, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, you're supposed to have plan A through Z. You can't sit over here and be like, oh, I'm waiting for my music career to pick up so I can finally make it. Only 10% of artists that get out there even do anything in the industry. So it's not my circle, because my circle's pretty large. My circle goes in different avenues. Like, I don't work on the black side of town or on the white side of town. I work in a level, what is it considered, a level 1 office building? So it's not my circle. I go to plenty of places to be out and about. The thing is, there's no drive to do anything but be famous.
A lot of niggas is out here looking for help, not looking for love either.
Right.
So.
And I'm not, it's not my job to fix what's broken. I don't mind helping you fix what's broken, but if you broke and you not trying to help yourself, don't look to me to be your mama because your mama wasn't a mama.
My thing.
What if my ankle broke?
No, that's different. That's different.
Okay.
My thing is that's when you know you have someone solid. Let's say, for instance, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you get injured, you have a great job, if this bitch don't work, how y'all gonna maintain y'all monthly income? You know what I'm saying? That's when we step in. When I say I want a provider, I do. I want a man that's going to make me feel comfortable. I want a person that makes me feel that he's going to take care of home first before he do anything else. And, you know, make sure all the bills are paid. I'm not putting everything on him, but that's where I come in at. I'm not going to not work unless he assists if I'm taking care of kids at a certain stage until they're able to walk and talk and tell you shit. Then so be it. But at the same time, like, you don't want no man that can't do anything. If you got injured, I know you're going to be out of work for 6 weeks. You only going to get a certain percentage of your income. That's where my role come in. Just say you normally pay rent. I normally pay utilities. So now I could take half of what you got, put half I can put to the rent, and we can just go half on everything until you get yourself together. Now, if you stay down and try to feel sorry for yourself, or you get comfortable in this situation, then I'm gonna look at you sideways, because a woman want a man that's gonna lead. A woman's gonna make one. I want a nigga to tell me, don't worry about it, I got us.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Got it. And the light's not getting cut off next week.
Right.
Like, oh, my bad, I had to do something else. My mama asked me to handle this for her, so I took, no, time out. If your mother is single, that's on your mama. I'm in a relationship with you. So your mama needs to get
Taurus, I don't hear that shit.
But I'm serious though. Like, that's a lot of issues and stuff that I have with dating. Like, you're out and about, you're trying to be with somebody. Now, automatically, they mama don't like you anymore because you said, no, home needs to be handled first. If we have time, if we have a little bit extra, we're going to go help your mom. I'm not leaving nobody's mama hanging out to the side.
Home team first. I agree 100% with you.
Like, I want to go to all
everything's paid over there, and she got other people she can have come help too, but we over here struggling now. Now we got to make up on the back end.
Right.
Like,
we can't. That's not fair to us for our lights to be off so your mama's lights can be on. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Oh, no.
And if your mother has been divorced 4 times and she's still looking at you to be her dude, I can't be with you. Like, we talked about that earlier about saying. But no, this is even my friends. These are my female friends that I'm seeing. Like, I can't speak for every female in Atlanta, but I know my friends have all had issues with some of the same things. And this is women from different walks of life. These are doctors, lawyers, teachers. These are small business owners. These are entrepreneurs. It's all kinds of women, and we have similar issues.
But you know one thing I don't like that I do see a lot when dating? I meet a guy, I'll date him, and then he'll put this on me, so like try to make me feel like I gotta do certain things to hold his attention. Hold on, not even just that, like, well, I got other people and I'm just trying. Well, bitch, you need to figure that shit out, because I'm not finna do nothing extra to get your motherfucking attention.
If you don't want to do it, you will.
You know what I mean? Right?
There are 13 women.
Yeah,
There are 13 women from
I'm
this
just
one
missing.
house. Okay, we'll go find another
Right.
12.
I'm not gonna compete with nobody to grab your attention. I feel like if you like being in my company, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna treat you with respect when you come chill with me. I'm gonna make sure you don't have you fed. I'm gonna make sure you got everything, the little things that you need.
What
to
is
keep
it
you
now, JB?
comfortable. And it's just like, okay, then cool. If you feel like, well, I gotta do some extra shit to make you narrow your motherfucking choices, bitch, you need to get the hell out of my damn face.
You can't sit
You know what I mean? I
around
don't
and
give a
smoke
fuck.
weed every day and be like, oh, I'm gonna
Smoke
make it.
weed every day.
That's
Wait.
I don't care about nobody smoking weed if they got down.
If you got the job coming in and the $40 that you spent on the weed that you bought to smoke this weekend ain't gonna cause the lights to get cut off, I'm all for it.
Right. Priorities
But
for, you know.
It's been so bad to the point where you sit around and it's like, dude, you ain't got no car. You don't have a car.
They gonna get mad at you, nigga. This is my shit. This
Right.
is my baby.
Let me hold your car
You
so I
fuck
can
my
get to
shit
work.
up, then this shit gonna be broke down and I'm gonna be without a ride. And I'm gonna have to chase you down.
You
You
got
pay
3
for
flats
it.
in a
I'm gonna
nail
drop
in
you
the
off
oven.
before I
You
leave.
ain't dropping me out nowhere.
But
But
look,
shit, if you
let
ain't
me
my
tell
goddamn
you, let me
relative.
tell you, I have been around so many females. You know how many
Oh, my
strippers?
real
You know how many
niggas.
strippers I know in Atlanta that get dropped off by their boyfriend at work? You know how many strippers I know? Do you know how much money strippers
Are
are
you
making?
sure that's her boyfriend that she getting?
No,
dropped off at work?
it's their boyfriends. It ain't the pimps. No, you know when the pimps is dropping them off. No.
I want to go back. We're gonna talk about these strippers you know in Atlanta later, cause I wanna talk to a couple of them. We can talk about that. That ain't gotta be part of the show.
Definitely.
I want to talk to you some
You
more.
heard how you threw it in there. You said I want to talk to a couple of them.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
On this matter.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But for the male perspective, because we let y'all ladies
Go
have
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
So we should at least get a couple minutes.
Man, nigga,
We
you
let
always
y'all-
talking.
Cool with letting
You always talking.
But I'm saying, like, you asked me what my opinion was.
Right,
Yeah, I
Right,
get
and it
snapped
just turned into
because
a
I
full-fledged
don't want trouble.
Because
I don't want no trouble.
Be
it's
careful what you ask for.
I'm not asking you to come in and be Captain Save a Hoe. Nobody said come in and
Right.
save me. I'm not saying rescue me. I got my own
And
car, I got my own stuff, I got my own. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you for me plus you to be more than what we
Right,
both have.
and that's another thing. It's just like just because we're independent, that don't mean we don't need you. Of
Because
course,
I can change my tire, but I don't want to.
Right.
I would rather you
I
do
can
it
change
so I
my
can be
tire.
like, oh baby, you changed my tire.
Right.
Here, let mama take care of you.
Right,
You know,
and
this-
you gonna have a
Hey.
good night. You gonna have a really
What's
good
up?
night. You know what I mean? So
You want a little something extra today because you done fixed the tire.
trust
changed
me,
the light bulbs.
if y'all really do like the little shit, you will be handsomely rewarded. It's just
Right.
like we don't want to do shit if you blatantly don't do shit. Okay, you know I'm telling you, babe. This my short check. I'm just gonna need gas for the rest when you get to work. You
I'm not doing that with my girl.
Whatever, and then you give me $30. Okay, bro. Now you at the house.
So we
Let me get
we
these keys
I think
My bad.
I think-
Good. You changed it.
I think we understand what the ladies' issues are with dating in Atlanta. I want to talk about what the fellas' issues are right now, and really quickly, JB, because you know if we start talking, the girls gonna beat us up. So let's
That
just
is so
real
much.
quickly, let's just say what I've noticed is like as being an older nigga in Atlanta. Like, I'm not like 20, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like I'm on the
All right,
club
kick it
turning up.
off. Kick it off.
I'm old head. I'm looking for somebody to put some babies in. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you gonna do it.
Yeah.
You just ski.
Yeah. Ski. Oh, ski.
That's how much really good.
As long as she's over the 8. What am I supposed to say? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. She's like, boom. She's like, boom. Wait a minute, say, what are you doing? That boy is good. What are you doing? When I'm Harlem Nights movie, what you doing that boy and shit? Stop shooting that shit. Shoot that motherfucker no more.
Yeah, don't.
I'm sorry.
So,
Go ahead.
Big time.
So, boom.
Yeah, that's much
So,
better.
Snap to it.
well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show this shit.
Girls don't got time for no BB gun. We need
Yeah.
something
We don't want
that
rubber pellet.
pressure.
I'm gonna talk the shit out, so I'm gonna finish it out, and I'm gonna talk shit the whole time. Having said that, wake up. It's the first of the month. I know what I feel like I'm missing from relationships from women is let me put it this way. I'm a nigga.
Just speak it, cause you trying to say to find the right word.
Yeah. Okay, well, man, I'm gonna be a nigga and I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a leader in a motherfucking relationship. Period. And if a woman comes at me like she thinks she should be the pants in the relationship, I'm gonna look like you're out your fucking mind. Right. Like I'm not subservient. Like I don't expect the woman to bow down to me, but I expect you to respect my position in the relationship. And from where I come from, the man is the head of the household. As long as he can prove that he's the head of the household. If he's a bitch ass nigga, if he a loser, if he ain't doing shit, then you not the head of the household. Right. And your woman should be. But what I bring to the table, I'm the head of the household. And that's it. And a bunch of discussion to be had about that. And I look at it like when you delegating that, if my woman is better with money, then baby, you got the money, baby.
You handle the check.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
Baby, you do that. Or my woman is better at, I don't want to sound sexist, so I'll do a man thing, a quote unquote man thing. If my woman can change a tire better than me, then baby, you change the tire, and let's say I do some, I change diapers. I don't fucking know. Then I'll change diapers. The end of the day is we cater to each other's strengths. We a team, and we balance each other. And that's how
you know, her weakness is your strength, and your weakness is her strength.
I've legit been told, oh, well, baby, you know, you like to work outside in the yard, so that's why I didn't come outside and help you.
But see,
so
that's
you're
different.
Not gonna cook?
That's different.
No, but if I'm outside and I do, like you said, you play to the strengths and weaknesses, cool. I do like to go outside. But if I'm outside cleaning the yard up, then I expect this shit in the house to be taken care of.
Oh,
and that doesn't have anything to do with having a penis or a vagina. That has to do with we trading off for the day. I went outside, you went inside. And that's all that is. So I totally agree with you. But it's dudes that'll be like, well, a woman's job is to do the stuff in the kitchen. Well, then nigga, take your ass outside.
I know niggas that cook way better than females.
They're chefs. That'll do
My thing is the woman's job is to cater to her strengths. And the man's job is to cater to his strengths. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, I will say this, like, I don't think I'm sexist, but like, if it's a situation where like niggas run up on us, baby, I know you go to the gym, but this is my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things I'm gonna be like, I got this shit. But if it's your strength, and it's what you bring to the table that can better us, I'm gonna fall back. There were certain things that my woman ain't got to deal with. Regardless of how great you are at it, you don't have to go through it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the best way to do it.
That's why you become a rock.
And why I'm single and shit in Atlanta.
Well,
alright, come on. We got JB. Shut up.
So a lot of what has been said really hasn't been so much about the process of dating, but really about relationships and the mechanics of relationships. But I think one of the things that's very true is that you get a little hint, a little hankering, a little idea of what things might be like during the dating process. For me, I think the ultimate answer is keep your radar up and on, turned on, and eyes wide open, because if you hear some fuck shit or some weird shit, then it's time to keep it moving, because there's just too many other motherfuckers out there.
Time to have a conversation.
Well,
before you keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm saying during the conversation.
If it's in the dating process, no, you don't have to. You run. You see the red flags, I typically am like, okay,
I don't got time to figure people out and be
okay.
Yeah,
now, if you in a whole
it hurts to let some people go, but
if you're in a relationship,
like,
I guess if you're just dating and you hear
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I can tell my son the same thing. If you see a girl and she got a head full of weave, nails all over the place, talking about something, I'm looking for my Prince Charming. Run, son. Don't stay around, because she should be able to handle her function on her own. You want to get your hair and nails done? Cool. Pay for it yourself. You should not expect a man to take care of it for you because he's a man. You handle it on your own. Now, if he wants to treat you to a day for you to go get your hair and nails done,
obligated.
Right. That's not an obligation.
That's more like a reward.
Right. The same way if a woman was like, okay, you know what, my dude done took care of all this extra stuff. It is not my job to buy your shoes. That's your job to buy your shoes. But if I want to treat you for the day because you know what, my baby been struggling, he did such a good job with this, that, and the other, I'm gonna treat my man today. That's the way it's supposed to be looked at. And people are having expectations of somebody that they are dating. They're having husband and wife expectations for whoever they're dating.
Right.
Now, if you can make a baby with somebody, but you don't want to get married to them,
right?
You backwards as hell because you got to deal with this woman or man for the rest of your damn life, whether you marry them or not. Right. Because
not really, the nigga will walk away and disappear.
Well, that you can. They can do that.
They
definitely can do that. But I'm saying, like, to me, the next woman that decides to get into that relationship with that man and sees that he walked away from his children, that's on her for sitting there doing it.
But you know, it's a lot of bitches out here comfortable that with niggas that blatantly don't take care of their damn kids.
Yeah, that's a
you know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Non-starter.
I don't understand.
And they the worst ones. Like sometimes, cause they be causing more problems with the child mother whenever he finally decide to do things. You know, it's women out here that jealous of the other family. Yeah, they feel like their family is more important. That's some sucker shit right there.
Yeah.
Because if I accept you and I know you have children, I accept your children too. I'm not trying to be their mother. They got their own mother. Yep. But I will take care of you. I will make sure that nothing is going to happen to you. If you out in public with me, I'm not going to let anything happen to you. You know, and that's how it should go. It's just like a lot of women feel threatened when other women step in when y'all not in a relationship to take care of your child. Like, bitch, I'm going to take care of your kid. I don't give a fuck what you think about me.
It's a baby.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not even a baby, even if it's a teenager. It's a child. That is a person. I don't have to be nasty or whatever towards your child or whatever the case may be. But, you know, that's just how it is these days. You know, and it's just like, why should I have to argue with you because I did your daughter's hair? Your daughter's hair was fucked up before it came over here.
And that's
I'm not gonna be out here walking around with your daughter's hair looking a mess, especially when I can fix it. Yeah. I'm not trying to trump you. If you sent your child over to my house where her hair done how it's supposed to be, I would have never had to touch that shit to begin with.
But she shouldn't have an attitude with you with something like that.
But that's just how it is.
And even with the guy, because I've been told, don't have no dude around my kid. First of all, let's time out, run it back. I wouldn't have just some dude around my kid.
Not no rando.
If there's a man around my child, and it's not his father, and it's not an uncle or a family friend, then that means that relationship has progressed. And before I bring my child around them, I'm going to give you a heads up.
Right.
Because that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, we still had a kid together, but we don't get along no more. Yeah. So I would expect that if a man did have a child, that's the first thing I'm going to want to do is meet the baby mama in the dating process.
Of course.
I need to meet the baby mama, and I'm going to tell you, you know what? I really don't want you to call her baby mama because I was called baby mama. I would rather you say mother of child, and I would like to meet her so we can go out to have a cup of coffee so she and I can be on the same page.
But see, you know what? I've tried it a couple times, but a lot of women ain't mature enough to handle that too sometimes too. So sometimes you gonna run across a nigga with an ignorant ass baby mama. That's just life. You know what I mean? You just gonna have to find the best way, you know, that you can deal with it. I tell niggas all the time, I will beat your baby mama ass. If it comes down to it, I'm not gonna let this bitch jump on me and get in my face just because she got a child and she ain't think I'm gonna do shit. You better handle it. I don't like no man that don't know how to handle, you know, his child's mother anyway. You know what I mean? Because that's going to lead to more problems. Because you're not man enough to, you know, handle your situation.
Well, I want to say, there's a part of me that agrees with you. And there's a part of me with this whole Me Too movement and shit that I'm like, you can't handle a woman. Like, she's going to do whatever, you know, like, she's free to do whatever she wants. So she asks a donkey, and then she asks a donkey. I can't be responsible for that because women can't be handled. They're their own people. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you. But I'm also going through my Me Too training. I Me Too training to learn to not be so sexist. So I'm just like, yeah.
I'm only speaking off experience and what I've seen and what I've dealt with or what I see my friends dealt with. That shit exists. It's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I personally,
No, I mean just for just very other reasons. I mean, and that's what another thing that makes it hard dating in Atlanta too, when you dealing with your significant other and his, co-parenting family. You know what I mean? And that caused a problem too. You want to grow, but whether they have something still holding on or she's still holding on and making it,
or something wasn't
the
way that it was told
right
to you.
You
find out it was a whole other situation, because I've had that happen to me before. Thinking I'm dating this dude, find out all her kids call you dad, but ain't none of them your kids, and you didn't tell me that and give me the heads up warning or opportunity to sit down and go talk to her like, hey, you know what, I'm just floating around here, I don't know what's going on yet. I wasn't given the opportunity, and that's not fair. And a lot of the times I feel like I was told by a man is not going to tell you the whole truth if he thinks it's going to make you run away, so he'll lie to you before he tells you the truth. So to me, that's not a man.
I'm about to say that. That's not a man. Like, I don't volunteer on day one. Here are all my imperfections. Take them.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen on the first date. But as we become more invested in each other, then it's time to start revealing it's layer by layer.
Especially if you want especially if you want that person in your life, you gotta let
grow up, male or female. You gotta let that person know. Okay, look, this is what you about to get yourself into.
Right.
We've been on 17 dates. I like you. You like me.
Oh shit! By then,
you know what's happening.
Better start talking.
Motherfuckers will treat you like that girl would never confirm that you your girl. Be in your feelings when you do shit that don't involve them. But as soon as you catch them on the back end, you want my girl to end with this. That's why you didn't want it out there, because you still know you had some dog ass shit in you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Calm down, me. We about to go off. Motherfucker. Calm down.
Those are the things that happen. So that's why it's like dating in Atlanta. I don't know if it's like this in other cities. I just know what my experience is dating in Atlanta. It's some bullshit that happens a lot of the times.
But and I'll say this: I haven't been in a situation where women were just not. I haven't been. And this, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna say it because it really happened. I haven't been in a situation where, because my sex was so good, I was promised a relationship that the woman didn't want to give me. I was in a situation where the woman didn't want a relationship, but she didn't want to stop fucking me. I ain't never been through shit like that.
Really?
So I'm like, not when she was lying, or maybe not what I gave a fuck. Maybe that's the distinction. That I actually gave a fuck. That a woman just lied to me that I cared. Yes.
Oh.
I've only had a woman lie to me that I actually gave a fuck about. Well, I've been in a relationship with maybe a woman that cheated or something, but a woman to give the promise of a relationship, just to be able to fuck me. that happened in Atlanta. That's some Atlanta shit.
You in your feelings? You got boomerang?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't get like.
I honestly say that. I can't really put a lot of blame on men that I dated in Atlanta, because a lot of it was my fault too. I mean, I can honestly say I had 2 guys that I dated, but at the time I was dealing with my son and I didn't want to commit because my son had some medical issues that I didn't want to bring nobody into my life, and then they couldn't handle it and then leave, and then like I'd be stuck. So when I had my son, I did everything. I tried not to get close, and I do feel like I missed out on a person because I wouldn't allow myself to be submissive and bring him into my world and accept what I had going on, because I was afraid of it not turning out. Because the last thing you want to do is bring somebody in your world and in your situation around your child, and it goes well, and then they can't handle it, and then they step away. And then like the other time, it's just that I just wasn't ready. I like how everything was. I love going out with him, and I love our conversation and chilling, but I didn't want to commit to him. I wasn't ready to just be your lady. You get what I'm saying? And it didn't have nothing to do with another man.
You just weren't ready.
I
and
just
that's
wasn't
okay.
ready.
Because like right now, I'm like, okay, I got 2 kids. I don't know if I could be somebody's girlfriend right now. go on a date so I can get dressed up and be pretty and go out and do the things that ladies do when they go out. But be somebody's girlfriend, I still got some stuff to sort out right now emotionally. So emotionally, I'm not committing to anybody.
Sometimes the right person will help you get through your emotional trying times. But that's what people are for. You're not supposed to figure out everything on your own. It's a blessing if you do, but that's why certain people, if they genuinely come into your life, they can really take a lot off of you that you would have never thought of to handle in this situation.
Right. They give you a whole other perspective. And opens it up.
I think so. The lesson is to keep your eyes and your ears open. You know, dating can be shitty, but at the same time, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. It's just that simple. So,
yeah, you can't have a baby without breaking a habit.
Yeah, well, somebody did.
And
you want to use
somebody
I'm hoping at this age, I'm hoping that you ain't breaking no habits at this age.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, there's some 40-year-old versions. But when I was at Chelsea's and it wasn't nobody version, and then we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. So at the end of the day, dating in Atlanta or dating anywhere can be challenging. You just need to know what you require, what your standards are, what you're looking for. Hold yourself accountable to that and hold your potential partner accountable for that. But also keep in mind your own shortcomings and constantly work to improve. If you go into every situation that way, I think that the outcome will be favorable more times than not. Like me personally, I'm looking for, I want a relationship, I want kids, I want to settle down, I want to raise a family, I want my life partner and travel the country, travel the earth with her and, fight against Thanos and all these, Marvel people with Loki and all that shit. And if it's not going to be Captain Marvel that I marry, then I want it to be a woman who's as honorable as Captain Marvel.
So what about Okoye?
Segue.
Hey. Oh, that's number one on your list. Hold on. Is that Lupita? Oh, number one.
Well, no, Lupita was the other one. That's Okoye is
the general. Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, I want Lupita. Almost as bad as I want Ashanti.
No.
Look at his mouth watering.
She bad.
So we're gonna get out of here, but we will end it this way. Me and JB saw Captain Marvel this weekend.
So jealous.
It is worth seeing.
Yes.
It is not my favorite Marvel movie,
yes,
but it is worth seeing, and it properly sets up the Avengers Endgame.
Yes, it does.
So I recommend if you're a Marvel fan, see it, get the proper setup. Where then when Marvel Avengers Endgame comes out next month, my birthday month, April, then you'll be prepared. It's a good movie. That's all we're gonna say for now.
Yes.
And we're gonna end the show. Shout out to the squad. I want to give a special shout out to Tori for coming in, holding it down. And I always feel like our discussions are better when there's 2 men and 2 women, and it's more of a balance. So I appreciate you coming in. And I want to say that, it's always bullshit, but I'll put it here, black women can work together, black men can work together. And they always got to be bullshit, and I challenge the rest of you to step your life up. So it ain't always got to be a bunch of bullshit. We're living examples that we can all coexist, and we can all get along, and we can all have fun on the fucking night. This is Kickback TV, live from Atlanta. Joe Budden stole our show with State of the Culture. We're going to let that go. And I just want to say that Kickback TV's playlist is available on Apple Music and Spotify. Just do a search for Kickback TV playlist. And of course, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Play, you can always watch us live on Facebook on Sunday nights at 6. And you can always watch us on YouTube if you want to see how I look. I know a lot of women are like, man.
Oh my God, we about to end this show. We don't give a damn about how this nigga Look, thank y'all for tuning in for Kickback TV with now me, JBT. We is out this thing. Bye.
Yes.
Really?
Bye.
Uno, we out.
Move,
Just have
Bigfoot.
to pee or something.
I got a pizza. I ain't got no.
There be some.
No, it was you two. It was you two. I ain't got time for this shit.
Hey,
You are not from this country.
thank you for tuning
There
in.
we go. Hey.
Tori, anything you want to say? This is your first night. We just broke your hymen. Pause. Or
Lord,
display
help us.
something. I don't know.
Somebody help this man. This is the calm side. I just want everybody
This is
to
the
know.
mellow side of the
This
table,
is the
you know.
chill side.
This
So that's the wretched side?
Yeah, that's the crazy side.
It's the calm
I don't know
side.
that we're any less ratchet than they are. It's
No. I host
Yes.
parties in Atlanta and
Yeah,
like that's just.
True.
I can definitely be ratchet.
Well,
You bones in the closet.
we're gonna put this up on every site available. Tori, thank you for coming. Oh shit, what I do? Tori, thank you for tuning in.
No problem.
I don't know what I just did. I just hit a button. I don't know if I was supposed to hit it or not, but I hit it. And we out. Uno, we out.